Hey y'all, it's your favorite ladies back with another episode. It's your girl Amakale coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
Hi guys, it's your girl Jori Aaliyah.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shelly, aka Egypt if you nasty.
Hey everyone, it's Just Nick, and welcome to another episode with your favorite ladies from Petty Party Podcast.
And on this episode, y'all, we're going to be drinking today. So you know how that goes. But today we're going to be drinking actually a black-owned business based out of Dallas, Tequila with Friends. And we're drinking Tequila Blanco. So, oh, and yeah, you remember that giveaway we mentioned last episode? We're going to have one of them bottles in here. So y'all going to really enjoy it.
Period.
What's been up, my girls?
Girl, this weather.
No, low key.
Everyone's getting sick.
Y'all are getting sick.
Everyone's getting sick. Everyone is.
It's not gonna work for me.
I feel like at this point, either you are really bayed up or you cutting a bay off. Like, it's one of the two. Like,
I'm really not.
Because the thing is like, it's coming up to Christmas presents
another cold winter.
No, but have you noticed, like,
Yep.
I think because the New Year's is coming up, and a lot of y'all are trying to make sure y'all make it to 2023, which y'all aren't, so I don't know why y'all are trying. But at this point, if you're
make it, like, in general life, or
No,
like in the
like-
couple?
okay, no, well, in her
Come on now.
life,
Be for real,
I'm not
Nikki.
God. You know, I don't have that. I can't make those
BFFR.
decisions. No, but like I feel like towards the end of the year, people want to know, like, am I gonna get cut off? Because if you haven't heard from somebody all of 2022 and 2023 comes, you text my phone, I'm gonna act like boo boo the food. I don't know you. So I'm like, this week, a lot of people have been trying to spin the block,
They
and I
have.
feel like if you spin the block this week, you're getting a Christmas list. Because how dare you spin the block before Christmas? Think you're gonna make it to New Year's without hitting up that Christmas
Oh,
list?
you know what? You brought up something really good because I want to ask y'all. Okay, what do you do if you've recently like met someone? Y'all aren't like dating. Y'all gone on like one date, okay, and y'all are just cool.
No.
And he
I don't
asked.
even know what she's saying.
I know what
He
she's
asked you what
about
you want
to.
for Christmas?
He asked for your Christmas list.
You send
Oh,
it.
you send it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now to get
what?
him?
What kind of? No, I'm getting a gift.
Okay.
No, but that was never the question.
I mean, I don't blame her. Like, I wouldn't feel
No,
obligated
at
to
that
get you a gift. Maybe
No, I
like
don't.
a
That's why I
mug
said
with
no.
candy in it. That's
No.
it.
That's why I said no. I didn't know where we was going.
Yeah,
absolutely
okay.
not. Like,
I'm
we just
crying.
met.
It's the
No.
absolutely.
That was never
Damn.
the question.
But what kind of range of Christmas list do you give? Like I said, this is something like less than a month. Like y'all have known each other less than a month. Now, what kind of ranges of prices are you putting on this Christmas
Everything.
list?
Yeah, everything.
Everything from Sephora perfume
Yeah, low-key.
to Baccarat type
I'm
shit.
gonna put
like-
like the medium expensive things that I
Yeah,
want. So it's like
I
I want a
agree.
pair of AirPod Max. That's about $500. I'm gonna put stuff in that
The
range.
AirPod Maxes are $500.
Yeah.
Apple has
$549.
lost their
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, the-
I'm gonna put
What's
stuff
an
like
AirPod Max?
the headphones.
the big
headphones.
headphones.
What?
Yeah,
But
but I
I'll get
want
you some
the-
Beats. 120 on
No
Target.
facts.
Always on sale.
But I'm gonna do
Noise
like
canceling.
minimal like perfumes all the way up until like I'm not gonna put anything on the list over 1,000. I don't think I would.
Wow.
I would.
But there's nothing wrong if you
Interesting.
do. But
You asked me what I want. You didn't say you was gonna get. And honestly, I'm gonna send it with the intentions of you may or may not get any of it. So I'm gonna send you all of it. Like this is the list. It is what it is.
Okay. Because he like I already got something off. He already got something off the list.
Mhm.
And it was a good price range, but I felt like weird sending things that were like I think I had
Expensive.
like something from LV on there. I had like some Chanel earrings on there.
And you just met it?
I mean, he
I feel
asked.
He asked, but he ended up getting something like Jori said in that 500 price range.
That's good.
And I felt like it was like, but then I'm like, dang, I wonder what he thinks like with me putting things over $1,000 on it.
Oh, because he
cares?
chose the lower thing.
Yeah,
I feel you because you went out of your way to skip. I mean, he probably thinks I've known this girl 30 days. I'm not dropping bands on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And
At that point, yeah, because you can't even gauge. Like, I feel like if you've been talking to somebody for a while, you don't even have to ask, like, oh, send them a list. Like, you just kind of know, like, oh, I've been listening to them talk. You know what they want. But with a month, send them a list. They don't really know. They don't really have nothing to choose from.
Okay. All right, y'all.
so y'all really be doing lists. Girl, I
Yeah,
don't have
I
no
think
list.
I'm not gonna lie, because I keep a list of stuff that
You
I
know
want
me,
anyway.
and you under- like,
That's
this
the
how-
thing. My
keep a list
my
of stuff
sister
that I
actually
want.
is the one who put me on like that way because I always had a whole bunch of like tabs open on my phone, and instead of doing that, she was like, Nikki, like literally just like put the URLs on a notepad
Oh, that's smart.
of the things you want, and then
Yeah.
like all I have it under is like under $100, under $500, under under 1,000, and then 1,000 plus, and I literally just broke it up like that.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, maybe I need to get in the list. I don't really.
But I've been wanting a lot of
I would
stuff.
tell
That's
people,
why
like,
I'm
if
having
you
to
know
keep
me,
up
then
to see, like,
give me
okay, let me
something
check
you
and
think
make
I
sure
like. Nice.
this is not on sale, or and yeah.
But One thing I'll say this and then we can move on. But when it comes to lists, like I buy whatever my heart desires. So it's
Yeah.
always the things that I don't want to spend my money on that I'm going to put down
Yeah.
on the list that don't
Yeah.
even be really expensive, but I just rather spend my money on something
You know
else.
what the crazy
so.
part is? You know what I had on my list? And I'm like, Nikki, like you could have bought this for yourself. It was after Spain. Air tags, Apple Air tags. I'm like, I should have been had those.
No, that's a nice gift though.
It is.
No, what's
That's a nice
crazy?
gift.
I literally have Apple AirTags. Well, I got it from my dog actually, and I still haven't used it. I'm so mad because I lost my car keys, and I was like, "That's what the fuck the AirTags should have been on."
For. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our motto. I'm not saying what that is, but all right. So this one's a little long, but let's get into it. My personal situation in life that is difficult currently is a girl that calls me her best friend before I could even agree. I met this particular female through mutual associates. She was dating one of the guys in the friend, like most people on campus. Socializing is constant and sometimes ever-changing groups. We seem to hit it off with her modern views and female empowerment stance in a lot of convos. She was even nice / seemed to like a perfect potential friend girl. She supported me with getting out of a not-so-good marriage last year when I was 19. This summer, things seemed off, but I brushed it off. This fall semester, though things took a weird turn, I kept trying to feel like I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Since I've known her, I would pay for some Uber rides since we were going to the same places. I even have always been there when she needed advice and had relationship problems. She seemed to get envious, but I wasn't sure if I was being paranoid or being overly sensitive. She began always asking questions, trying to buy the same beauty products as me, even downing me for wearing weave, but got the same loose curl wig with layers as me.
Not the details.
Then she constantly tries to meet my boyfriend and her be inquisitive in my relationship. After I made boundaries clear that I want to be private and enjoy moments and just continue to see how the relationship goes. She wants me to buy her food all the time when I'm around.
Ew.
She stole an item out of my shopping bag and said she couldn't find it in her car, so it just disappeared. She only texts with questions out the blue, like "What's going on? Are you okay?" When literally I'm perfectly fine and evidently trying to ignore her. When I keep ignoring her, she just texts more and says she's feeling sad and she needs someone to talk to. Then she comes over and literally is completely normal, but just looks around my room or asks for snacks.
She sound hungry.
Yeah, literally. Okay. She invites me places randomly, but I decline because I catch her giving me dirty looks when she thinks I'm not looking.
Oh my god!
I don't
actually,
understand.
This is an enemy.
She's a witch,
This is
bro.
an enemy.
Yeah.
At this point,
She wants your life.
I don't understand at all how she was one way, then it's totally different. Am I being paranoid, or what can I do
Bro.
nicely to tell her to stop? Because I think she's fake and doesn't have good intentions. I hope everyone is great this episode. On college break, so many of your conversations and topics are amazing and quite valid.
Thank you,
Thanks,
girl.
girl.
Girl, that girl is evil. That is
That's
not
an
your
op.
friend. Yeah, you're not paranoid.
I'll give honest advice, girl. You
Ixnay
actually
on that.
mentioned a lot of things that are a little questionable. You catch her looking at you crazy and giving you dirty looks. That is someone that
It's
is wishing you
weird.
bad. So I think maybe like move, kind of fall back a little bit. Like, you know, maybe y'all seem to hang out often. Maybe like, you know, kind of slow it down. Maybe hanging out once or twice a week and then phase it out to nothing at all. But other than that, I don't really think she's your friend. I think she just wants your life and she wants your man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me
Not
say this.
she wants your
Not she wants your
man.
man.
She always wants to see her
I mean,
boyfriend. You want my man.
Y'all
Girls are
are
really
on
like that.
college.
Yeah.
So right now you're on college break. So hopefully y'all are like separated. So that will give you like more time to think. But for me, like besides all the other stuff, in a friendship, if I'm always paying for things, then I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
side at it. Unless my friend or I know like my friend's in a situation where
Yeah.
she clearly can't afford it.
It sounds like she's just hungry though, because how she always looking for food. Maybe she.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of situation she's in. Maybe she's in a situation where she can't
Maybe she's
afford.
pregnant.
No.
so you need to get a job so you can afford your own meals.
In your
mean,
pregnancy,
pick a
like
fish to
what?
fry.
Yeah.
Don't use me to feed the baby.
Yeah, because why?
I'm
Then
dead.
why are you getting Uber? Like you don't need to be in an Uber at all.
She's in an Uber with you. Who's requesting it?
No, I feel
Maybe
like
they're in an Uber town.
you know what they say: be cautious of enemies disguised as friends. I like this is definitely one of those situations, and it may not even be intentional. Like I don't think she hates you, but she may be so envious of you that sometimes it can drive people to do crazy things, and like she may not want your man, but you know she wants to live in your skin, so she wants, you know.
And it may not even just be you. It might just be that she's in such a bad situation and such a bad part of her life that she's like reflecting that off of anybody. And since you're probably the closest person to her, you're seeing it the most. You know what I'm saying? But if I catch anyone giving me evil stares,
That is weird. That is weird.
I am literally gonna be like, "Why did you look at me like that?"
Now I'm quick. What, are you okay?
I'm just scared. Like,
Are you literally okay?
No, that's you know what? It's
what are you looking at?
honestly hard for me to kind of grasp the concept of like.
Catching someone staring at you.
No. That's weird. It's like everything she listed. That's probably the weirdest. That's not what I was about to say though. No, I think it's weird that like people who really don't like you would disguise themselves as your friend. That's weird to me because it's like we could literally just not meet cross
It's
paths.
funny because you can spot them easily.
But
so
it's
yeah,
like-
common though. It's very
It's
common.
And that like the concept is kind of like it's just like you got to be kind of like a little deranged a little bit because why? Like I just think that like you literally you don't
But I'll
like
be
me, but you're
honest-
disguising yourself as my friend to try to for what?
I just
I
want my
think a
life.
lot
You're
of-
trying to like photocopy
That's
me.
weird.
I think
yeah.
a lot of people have people around them as friends that they don't like completely.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
that's
Okay, I
true.
think it's one thing that you have somebody that you don't like or you
No,
a,
like-
don't care for, but that you're envious of and that you
Yeah.
really, like that's your damn like you hate her. So I'm like
Yeah,
that's
I'd be like-
another thing because there's people around you that you just don't
It's
care
just
for.
the whole thing looking at her.
No,
Dirty looks. That's weird.
I was friends with somebody before where she definitely did very weird things and like I would kind of like pay attention to it. And I definitely said like don't ignore what you're seeing. Like this girl used to make comments about like, oh, like if Jori wasn't already messing with him, like I would mess with him. And it's like little comments
Ew.
like that
Oh my
that
God,
it's
I know
like
you're talking about that rat.
Not
That rat. Ooh,
No.
I wonder where she's
she is
at.
such a rat. Where's the mouse trap?
Probably in the Dallas
Ugh,
Dallas gutters.
literally.
Like,
but no,
Not
like
Master
she would make
Splinter.
like little comments like that, and it's like you really cannot turn like a blind eye to. You really have to be pay attention to people like that because it's like someone who's really close to you would not say something like that. Like
That's
you
weird.
just really have to be mindful of that because it's like you never know, and it's just like people are very crazy. So it's mild now, but that could progress. Like that, what's that movie that came out a long time ago called Roommate? And not roommates, but still like people are really crazy when they envy you in
Yeah.
that light. So it's like you really cannot.
No,
Not
Yeah,
pay
don't play
attention
with
to
it.
that.
I think
Mm-mm.
you're not to answer your question. You're not paranoid at all. I think you should see as
God
you
is
see
speaking
fit
to you.
and kind of just move how you know to move.
And it's okay. Like now that you're away from college, like you can just come back and just, you know.
and I
But
think
know
I
her.
think one of the points that she really made is like she has tried to ignore the girl, and the girl has been like, what's going on, popping up on you? I think you're on break right now, but I think even when you go back to school, like you're gonna have to make a conscious effort. Like don't fuck with her. Like you're in your room and she pops up, don't open the door. Like it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but you're gonna have to
Ew.
slowly distance
set those
yourself
boundaries.
from her and kind of let it be clear. And I think hopefully she comes to understand. Or
I
have
also
a
think you
conversation.
should tell. I'm not gonna lie. You need to tell someone that because I'm not gonna lie. There are weird people that be stalking people,
That's
and
also
it turns
true.
into something else. So you need to, if you're gonna go about it that way, you need to actually get it on record and let someone know that she's stalking you and popping up,
Well,
just so there's a record.
Okay,
of
so
that.
I don't want to say
That's
as far as
weird.
I don't think she's stalking her and
like
popping
y'all done
up.
made her.
I mean,
But Jori just used the word pop up.
No, but she-
No,
okay,
because
so even
she
if
has
she
popped
did-
up, but it's like a
It's college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
just pop in
college.
someone's
Call it-
door.
yeah,
no,
Yeah, I feel like
no,
college,
no.
there are a lot of behaviors that would be inappropriate in the real world, and in college are like
It's
kind of acceptable. So like
acceptable.
popping up in the real world is like that's crazy, but in college it's like she probably walked by your room like in the dorm and was
Exactly,
like
and-
knock knock knock, and you wasn't. You know what I mean? But it is kind of weird. But I agree with what they're saying. I feel like maybe not like fall back on her without letting her know like exactly what's like bothering you. Things like this definitely, you owe her a little conversation. I would just be like, hey, you always looking at me crazy. Like, what is going on?
But do you think that's what I'm saying though? You think she's really gonna admit to that though? She's not.
Yes,
But then
It's one of those things where
yeah.
if you're gonna call that out, do it in the moment. Don't go back on,
Yeah.
hey, I seen you looking at me
Yeah,
crazy. Like
yeah.
it's one of those
To
things
really-
where it's like you have to hold her accountable in the
No.
moment. Like, girl, like I just seen you looking at me kind of crazy. Like, what's good?
No,
But then
So,
I also
girl,
think that
are you
should,
okay? Like your face is on ugly and it's at me. What's up?
Not face up ugly. But I
Just
also think that
saying.
you should, branch out and make more friends too. Like
Sure.
I think that it kind of seems like you might be in like your first year of college, at 19, So this is your time to like really like join organizations and like really branch out and meet new people. And I think that will also help you kind of fall back from her too.
Yeah. Especially in college, I feel like the first set of friends you make are not the ones you're supposed to. I want to say that because some people do end up friends for life with the friends they first meet in college, but usually those are the
Actually,
friends
I
you.
did.
That's
Yeah.
like
No, but usually for more than likely, the first friend you meet, that's the first friend you met out of convenience. They're supposed to help you, survive freshman year until you can meet the friends you actually supposed to know. You know what I mean? So I feel like just because you met her, y'all kind of trauma bonded a little bit because she helped you through a really difficult time.
Yeah.
Coming out of a marriage. But those are the friends you have to be most careful about. Yeah.
She was married.
She was married and she helped her through the divorce. And I guess it was like a toxic relationship.
I missed that part. Sorry.
Yeah. But I feel like friends like that you have to be most cautious about because of course they're always with you like when you're down and going through it or when you're struggling because they want you struggling. So of course they're going to be like there and seem like the best friends at that moment. But of course when you're doing good and in healthy relationships, then you start noticing like they start behaving weirdly and all the other stuff because, that's when their true colors come out because they're witches.
Yeah, because they're witches.
People love this word witch.
I mean, because that's what it is.
All right. But yeah, so overall, I think we all agree that you're not being paranoid in the situation. I think that you're very valid in your concerns. But, just talk to her about it. And if you feel like y'all are not cool, you're not cool with going forward with her as a friend, then you're valid in not being her friend.
Yeah.
But
yeah, protect your peace and protect your man because that's weird.
Also, just pay attention to your approach too. Don't go too hard.
Yeah.
Really have an enemy.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our Petty Chronicle.
Yeah. Mine's really short because, I wanted y'all to tell me if I was petty or not. I had a situation where I was supposed to meet up with somebody. We talked on the phone about it. We were kind of arguing a little bit about like what we were gonna do exactly, and I was like, okay, like I want it to be like more casual. He's trying to make it like a more serious thing. I'm like, I just want to keep it casual. So like we kind of got into it on the phone, and like, is he really pissing me off or whatever? And like he hung up in my face. But before he hung up in my face, he was like, I'm about to be leaving my house in like the next 30 minutes. Like I'm gonna be headed your direction. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was already kind of dressed.
Oh, like for the date?
It wasn't a date. We were supposed to just meet up to have a conversation. But I was already dressed because I had been out and about during the day anyway. So I was already dressed. So it's not like I went out of my way to get ready. You know what I mean? So he's like, okay, I'm going to head that way in like 30 minutes. But something else was kind of going on close to my house. I was like, okay, let me just pull up to this little event. I'm like, because, I don't want to just sit here. Like, let me go show face. So I pull up to the event. I'm there. Mind you, he said he'd be heading my way like at 6:30. It's 7 o'clock. I didn't leave my house till 7 because I was like, let me make sure like, okay, if he's really going to come through or not or whatever. 7 o'clock comes. He's not there. So I leave. I go do something else. I'm there. 7:30 comes, 8 o'clock comes, 8:30. And I'm one of those people where it's just like, I'm not going to call you to ask like, where are you at? Like we had this conversation that we're supposed to link. I'm not calling you, especially when you were supposed to be headed towards me and you were going to tell me where to meet you. So I never call him. I'm like, I'm just not going to do it because I don't really want to meet up with you anyway. So it's like, I'm not going out of my way to like reach out and say, what's good? So I go to sleep. Next day, they text me first thing in the morning. And he texted me, he was like, I don't appreciate that. And I instantly got pissed off because I'm like, what do you mean you don't appreciate that? So I texted him back immediately and I was just like, bro, I was like, shut up or something. I was like, bro, like, I was really rude. I was like, bro, leave me alone. I was like, it's always some type of excuse with you. And then he texted back and he was like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm not the type to have any type of excuses. And I was like, yeah, you are. It's always some type of excuse with you. And so he was like, do you want me to send the screenshots? And I just lost it at that point because like, you know what, like, I don't even want to hear this. So like I sent him like a voice and I was like, you know what, like, I don't care what it is that you have to say. Like, you trying to tell me that he basically tried to say I stood him up. Like he was waiting at a restaurant for me. And I went off on him and I was just like, yeah. That was
Wait.
yeah.
He said he was waiting.
What restaurant?
Exactly.
Oh, he never told you
exactly.
that.
Because that was the thing. Because like that's why we had got into it on the phone. Because he was like, "I'm trying to make a reservation." I'm like, "I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to pull up to like a bar. Like, let's grab a drink. Like, I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
I don't feel good. I wanted to keep it like really casual. You know what I mean?" So hold on, let me see what I said. Hold on, real quick.
Girl, I thought she was about to play that voice message.
Oh no, because I would embarrass him.
Actually, you should play the voice message. I'm not gonna lie.
How about not?
You should.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very short. It's actually very short.
Okay, he said, I don't appreciate that. I said, bro, just leave me alone. You always complain about shit. I don't care. He said, I don't complain about shit. I called your ass yesterday for you not to pick up, but for show. And he edited them. I hate when people edit messages because my phone's not updated. So I kept getting multiple messages that he kept updating the message.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I guess on the new update. So I texted back and I was like, no, you didn't. It's always an excuse. He said, do I need to send screenshots to shut this up? I'll never have excuses.
Okay.
And then I sent a really mean voice note. And so then he came back and he was like, damn, that's how you really feel. He's like, I'm not going to blah, 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 blah. He was like, you stood me up. And he's like, and being you, he's like, you stood me up and being you, I just figured that that's something that you would do, like, and stand me up. He thinks negatively about me, but I didn't stand him up. He never called. And so what I said in the voice note pretty much was like, we were kind of texting and we had got on the phone back and forth. I was like, so if you truly pulled up somewhere,
You would
you
tell
would have,
me.
you would have,
Yeah.
you would have. Why would you wait until 8 a.m. the next day? You're trying
Yeah.
to gaslight me when
He
when
wasn't.
I,
He wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
he didn't go anywhere. He never left
He
his house
never
30 minutes
left.
later. That's what.
So I have a
I wish
question.
y'all could hear.
He never went anywhere. He
He never
never
went anywhere. So I wanted to, like, am I petty? Because at that point, I'm like, you're trying to gaslight me. If you really went somewhere and you sat there waiting on me, how were you waiting if you never told me we were going? And the thing is, you talking about I called you, I can send screenshots. I literally said in my voice note, why would you have not called me? Why would you have not texted me? Like, you're literally going to wait until 8 a.m. the next day. You're trying to gaslight me. You didn't show up anywhere.
I'ma be
And I pretty much
honest.
told him, I was like, I don't care what you're saying. I said, you're a liar. I don't need you to send
Yeah.
me nothing. I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, for the sake of me and you, I said, let's just not fuck with each other. Like, I'm
Amen.
off of it. And that's when he texted me back. He's
Yeah.
like, really? Like, that's how
Yeah.
you feel? And so I'm like, am I petty for that?
No, you're not
Because-
petty. I'm not gonna lie. But by the way, y'all that communication went,
Yeah,
y'all
y'all's communication
don't
little-
respect each other
Y'all
anyway.
don't. And it's okay.
Look, no,
I
no,
being
no.
your friend
Let
telling
me-
you
let me
that.
be honest.
And I realized when he hung up on you, I was like, he wasn't going
Here's
anywhere.
the
so
thing.
like,
The
that
thing
was
is,
the null and void.
the whole reason why I did not
you're
want to
right.
do
You
like
know,
the whole
like,
reservation thing is because like I wanted to tell him like I don't fuck with you. Like
Dang, y'all got to do that on reservations?
No,
No, the thing
that's
is-
why she didn't want
didn't
that.
want
he had
Oh.
asked me earlier in the week like, hey, can we link up? I want to talk. And I
Okay.
was like, I don't want to meet up. Like there's nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
And so he can't. And I was like, you know what? You keep bugging to talk. Let me tell you
Yeah.
how I really feel. I was gonna keep it 100. I was gonna tell you I don't fuck with you. And so for you to turn around and act as if you went somewhere, you literally solidified everything that I was gonna tell you to your face. Like you try to gaslight the
Yeah.
fuck out of me. You were not waiting anywhere for me. I was just like, bro, just don't talk to me no more. I sent that voice note and that was the end of it. Cause I'm just like, you're a liar. Like, I don't have time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
from my point of view, I think you said everything that I would have personally said, even though I don't know exactly what the voice note said, I would have said it too. You know? So I think that he was lying. I don't think that he went anywhere. And anyone that sits at a restaurant and doesn't call, doesn't text,
Is
and
a
remind
weirdo.
is a weirdo.
Like, you're
Or he was
weird.
on another date
Did
like
you
a weirdo.
expect me to
Yeah.
magically think you were here? You didn't even text
Yeah,
me. Like,
no.
Thank you.
not even.
Those
oh,
are like,
hey,
I'm not
at
gonna
this
that's
restaurant.
like 25-year-old games. Cause like honestly, I've done
No
that shit
facts.
before. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, you know when you
you're
try to make
not
someone feel
grown.
bad, like
Yeah,
my
like, I
gosh.
was here all night. Oh,
I think
no, you weren't.
I'm just
Liar.
confused because I'm like, you really thought that was gonna fly? Like, what type of girls did you talk to where they would have believed that lie?
talks to rats
as
and
soon as I
rodents.
seen that, I was like, I don't
But you're not,
appreciate
girl. You're
that.
the princess, and that's why you don't let nobody treat you like you're a rat because you're not Jori. And I like that you told him about him. So if he calls your phone, girl, you need to just honestly
Oh,
put
no,
him
he's
on
blocked.
permanent block. Good.
No, he's blocked.
Good.
No,
I was
and you know
born
what's-
there.
wow, I'm actually. So you know the
No,
crazy part is.
her.
That's what I was
You have
thinking
to
this
block
whole time.
people.
I was thinking this whole time. I was like,
that
you really
deserves a
went
block.
a whole 360. Like, Jori took the route that we've told her, like, Jori, don't just block people. Like, give them benefits
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You took
I
that
had to.
route, and he literally
And-
forced
Yeah.
your hand.
For you to
No,
block
I feel
him.
like I was gonna say like I feel like I've learned from y'all too. Like I went back and listened to our last episode talking about if we have like friends or exes that are like our social media friends and stuff like that. And I decided I'm on y'all's tip. I'm
I'm
not.
following all of them.
I'm unfollowing everyone. I'm blocking people now. I'm not doing that anymore. 2023,
I be soft
no
blocking.
access.
No, like
I saw
that's
that.
not, I'm not friends with y'all at all.
It's a lot of
Y'all
people
know.
who like.
No.
I'm not gonna. I'm grieving y'all already because y'all ain't making it to 2023.
Y'all are not. And
Y'all
it's
don't
like,
even know.
Y'all are really gonna call me like, oh, this phone number is bit. Yeah, that's really gonna be that.
I've already
But
decided I'm
unfortunately,
changing
But
my
you
number.
weren't. But you weren't petty.
Thank you. I knew
At
I
all.
was.
I feel you.
I knew I wasn't. I just wanted to confirm. 'cause
Yeah.
He really tried to gaslight
Yeah,
me.
you actually could have been pettier actually because he really tried it. I'm not gonna lie.
And I feel like whenever I use the word gaslight with men now, they're like, "Oh, I'm gaslighting
Yeah.
you."
You just learned that today. Everything's gaslight, gaslight, gaslight. Do you even know the definition? This, we're defining it right now. We're actually acting out
Like,
the
did I say you
definition.
set me on fire? I just said you gaslit.
no,
You're a gaslight.
Oh my
no, look,
god.
gaslighting. Now you just arson.
No,
You're arson.
literally, like nigga,
That's
you're
crazy.
charcoal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all,
Right.
it's sorry you had to go through
shit.
that, girl. And you
No,
did
it's
well.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, y'all. So, speaking of gaslighting, so I know y'all been, in the media lately.
Mhm.
And honestly, I feel like it's too much for me to keep up at this point.
Mm.
But okay, and the fact that we're going into 2023 and we're still talking about this, the Megan and Tory case.
Oh,
You know
girl.
the- you know the
Are we
verdict-
still talking about it?
By the time this episode comes out, the verdict will be out because the verdict is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we find out if
Yeah.
Tory Lanez is gonna do time.
Tory Lanez ain't doing time.
He's
That's
not
just-
doing
I don't
time.
think so.
I
He'd
feel
have
like it'd
paid
be a
this girl off.
mistrial.
Not
That
same.
driver is where the smoking gun.
No, but somebody, the house that it happened in front of, they're taking the stand today.
No,
they
oh,
didn't.
did
So
you
we-
see the testimony?
Yeah. So okay.
First
So
of
let me
all-
say this.
Oh,
Okay.
the one that said he beat her.
there's
beat
a
her.
lot
He
of.
said Kelsey
So
shot
let me
the
say
first
this.
shot.
Yes.
Hi,
No,
Kelsey.
but then, okay. So
No wonder you wanted immunity.
So they did say, okay, like I don't know, like I can't put it in the exact order they said it, but it seemed like it was 2 eyewitnesses' testimonies.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one said,
With the son.
yeah. So the first one said that they did hear a shot go
Who
off,
was this?
but they said the first
Who
shot
was the witness?
it's someone from the
No,
house, like a house.
No, but before he said
I
he
thought
heard
that
the
was the
shot,
second one.
he said he saw 2 women
Fighting, like and one was
Fighting.
violently.
He said violently.
You
You could
Yeah.
you
He
could tell
said
he was
violent.
racist.
I know
Yeah.
none of that happened.
He said
so.
He said no. He said it was
He was
violently.
eyewitness.
Yeah, he said it was
they were
violently
probably
happening.
tussling.
I don't believe any of that happened. And here's okay. Before
But I
you
do
even-
believe it happened
isn't
because
it-
Kelsey talked about how she's like, should I go to the urgent care? She was like, because Kelsey earlier had text messages saying, should I go to the urgent care? My back hurts, my chest hurts, my head hurts,
Sounds
but
like
my
she got
head
beat
hurts
up.
from my hair being pulled by him. But she's like, and also the fighting. So I do believe that
think they
Meg
were
and Kelsey
fighting.
were fighting. And so, yeah, so the eyewitness did say that he saw 2 girls violently fighting at first. And then he said that he saw like a what do they call it?
Short man.
What?
A hobbit.
The lighting.
They said
The
hobbit?
they
Oh.
said like
It was
they
like
gave
a
it an
flashes.
a flashback or something
A
like
muzzle
that.
fire, yeah.
hmm So he said that he first saw that come from a woman, and then he said that a man came out and started firing everywhere.
Well, he said into the
said it-
air. He didn't
yeah.
say everywhere.
said-
No,
But he jumped into the fighting
See,
as well.
Yeah,
Here's why I'm just not even like that doesn't really play like a factor in any of this for me because like I'm not saying any of it, but it's just like again when white people see stuff like I could push you and they're gonna say we're
No, the
violently
thing is-
fighting. That's why I'm just like whatever. I don't
Can I
care.
tell something?
Because the way he said it, she started shooting into the car. I was like, sir, okay.
I don't
It's just a bunch of fluff that
Y'all,
I'm just
I'm not
like.
gonna lie, I don't think anyone remembers what happened.
But here's
And
what
I
they
think
just
he
need to
does.
drop everything.
no, I think that they do remember
No.
Do
because
they?
here's the thing: at the end of the day,
Do they?
at the end of the day, what I'm not gonna stand for is people were going in on Megan,
Yeah.
going in on Megan, saying that this girl didn't.
not get shot. She got shot. I don't give a fuck what the intentions were.
Okay,
I don't
guys.
give a fuck who did it.
No,
I
wait,
don't
I was
care.
those people.
I don't care.
let's-
okay,
so-
basically the testimony, I was saying I don't believe, because all white, they'll say like, oh, people are fighting violently and they've only pushed each other. And here's also why I feel like it doesn't play a role in my personal opinion is because the Tory and his team called them as witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Like if Megan, you really got, which I believe that she did get shot. But it's just like, why didn't her team call them as witnesses? You know what I
Remember,
mean? You should
remember Tori's on trial, not Megan.
right, but
But they probably did that because the witnesses did say that they first saw a woman shot. And the thing is, as we look at what Tory and his attorneys are doing, their angle is that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan. Like, that's their whole entire angle this entire time. Their angle is to try to say, yes, Megan did get shot. His attorney is saying, yes, Megan did get shot. We're not denying that. But what we're trying to say is that
Who
Kelsey
shot her?
shot Megan and not Tory.
Because they're saying
Well-
that the theory they're saying is, or people have been saying, is that maybe Kelsey shot Megan. Tory grabbed the gun, started shooting to break up the fight,
Mhm.
and
Shots in there.
Megan turned around, saw Tory with the gun, and just assumed that it was Tory that shot her.
But
See,
I
that's-
want to
feel
talk
like what-
about EJ.
Man, first of all,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
understand why he came through.
So EJ is Megan's old stylist, in which he wasn't in the car, but he was at
He was-
Kylie's house.
he was at
I thought he
Kylie's
said
house.
he was in the car.
No, he
wasn't
wasn't in the car. He wasn't in the
Oh.
car.
It was the driver
but he said
and
that
them.
he said that he was in the house, and he said that Megan gets very different
when she's drunk.
when she's drunk. And she said that she starts to act very different. And he said that Megan had told, I guess like Kelsey had told Kylie like, oh, you're so cool. Like, it's really
Yeah.
fun hanging out with you. And Megan was like, yeah, I'm really happy because I thought you were going to be a lame.
But
And I'm like,
again,
okay.
part of this that does not change my opinion. Again, at the very first trial, Kelsey went on stand and lied under oath. First of all, that's one. But she has immunity, which
what trial?
you can still
What did
get.
she lie about?
She
Well,
said
claimed- she
she
pled
said
the fifth.
verbatim. No. They played back the recordings. She
Oh,
said
no,
verbatim.
she gave a statement.
Yeah, she gave a
She wasn't on
statement.
trial at the time. She just gave a
Oh,
statement.
yeah,
The
statement.
reason
So
why
she
they
get-
even had to come back and give the statement is because she kept saying,
I plead the fifth.
And so the prosecution was just like, this is not what you said months ago. And so originally that testimony was not supposed to be played. And so
But
everything she said on the
because-
stand contradicted what she said in her original statement.
Exactly.
But-
so she took the stand and she
And-
did say he shot her.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, if you said this, then why are there text messages to prove you said, oh, Megan shot Tory? What should we do?
Yeah.
So they're bringing all this back up, and I'm just like, she said it. So my thing is, my beef is with everybody that's still denying that nothing happened. Like, oh,
The
this is all a
thing
ploy.
is,
And I'm
I
just like,
think
that's
that-
weird to me.
I think that Kelsey is like extremely dumb because I think that right
No,
now,
honestly, I think that's the only
she
conclusion we
is
can
like
really draw
complete
here.
scapegoat in this
yeah,
situation.
Tory paid her off. Tory paid her off. I feel like it
And not
100%.
enough. Not
Yeah.
$1 million
It's
does
not
not
enough. No,
is
it's not
not enough to make you look like you are
You're
a shooter.
Yeah, and
You
not
know,
only, but
and
not
you
only
shot
that.
your best
My thing
friend.
is, my thing with the whole thing is just like Kelsey. Like, I feel like not only did Tory pay her off, like you're not telling the truth because you know that's gonna vindicate Megan. You hate Megan so bad that you gonna sit and lie and recant.
But
Hold
they
on,
all
hold on, and
lied,
recant
though.
your-
They all lied.
No, but you gonna and recant your statement. Yours is recorded, so we see you. And they called her out for it. You can still you have immunity, but you can still go to jail for perjury.
Yeah.
So again, you went back and you recanted your statement saying that none of that happened. You don't remember just because you don't want Megan to be vindicated. That is like I don't care
I know
how much
that's
like
one-
not friends y'all are, but like
Yeah.
that's different. That's a little different for me.
It's a sad situation because it's like you hate that girl that much. I
That
wouldn't care if I fell out
much.
with any one of y'all today.
Right
and-
is right and wrong is
if I fell out with
wrong.
any one of y'all and we're going to court because a nigga shot you, I don't care how much I don't
But
like
how
you.
we know Kelsey didn't shoot her?
It doesn't. Well, regardless of who shot who or whatever, because in her original
only
statement
reason why I
she
don't
said
think
that
Tory shot her.
So if we're just saying she said it, let's say Tory really shot her. The fact that you don't fuck with Megan this much, you're willing to go on the stand and commit perjury.
Lie.
You hate me this much, where you don't want me to get vindicated. Like you don't want to seek
Nah,
justice for me
bro.
getting shot.
And
I
not
wouldn't
only
care if
just
we
that,
fell
like,
out. Like I want
I plead
justice
the
to come
fifth
to
in this
that.
conversation.
How are people like, okay, I get it. Like y'all are saying like, okay, maybe Kelsey first then Tory, but y'all can't tell me someone shot you and then turned around, handed the gun safely to another person to go pop, pop, pop all off on the rest of your feet. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It
Well,
just doesn't to me.
I definitely think they
I
fought
know.
outside the car though.
I
They
definitely think they
absolutely
fought.
outside the car.
Without a doubt they
I
fought.
believe what the neighbors
But
said
I don't
because they was
think
already
that-
going off in the car. So I think they
Yeah.
were definitely fighting each other when she found out
But I
she
don't
backdoor 1, 2, 3, 4
I don't
niggas.
think
Yeah.
Kelsey. I don't think Kelsey shot Meg. I'll be honest.
I don't
with
know
you.
what they did, but all I know is that we'll know tomorrow.
But let's talk
I
about
don't even.
Meg
I don't even
tomorrow.
think we'll know tomorrow. I'm with Boosie. When Boosie said it don't matter what comes out in the testimony, what comes out in court. The only person who's gonna win is the lawyers. That's really what I think is gonna happen.
Period.
Yeah.
Whoever has a better lawyer is gonna win. Honestly,
Period.
you know how they say defund police. Look into LA because the prosecution, y'all are dumb. Like this is the dumbest defense or offense that the prosecution ever put up.
It's like they're
Because
ripping.
what doesn't make
the
sense
defense team
is
ripping
they're
them
ripping
apart.
them apart.
So the only
Daily.
like I'm just like, how y'all get?
I'm like, y'all had 3 years to prepare.
Why is this man walking
What is
out
going
smiling
on?
every day?
My thing,
Like-
it doesn't make sense. The only witness y'all had was Kelsey. Okay, whatever. Because y'all swore, maybe y'all just thought that she was
Well,
gonna win
where
the case
is
for
the
y'all.
driver?
But my thing is, but even the eyewitness, I'm so confused. Why was that the defense's witness and not the prosecution?
I know.
None of it makes sense.
But it,
Even
no,
I'm
but it makes
saying.
but it makes sense why it wasn't the defense's why it wasn't the prosecution's witness because they said that they first saw a woman shoot. That is not what the prosecution is going for. They are going for
That's what
solely
Tory
a
seems
man.
well, see, but that's even more sus. Then y'all need to do more investigation or something because there's no way that the only witness y'all have flipped on y'all. That's the only witness y'all have, and y'all post this the whole state of
This is gonna be-
California
this is gonna be
versus
like-
Tory Lanez, and
man.
this is it.
Nah,
I don't
he
know.
paid that girl
I mean, he
off.
definitely paid her
He
off.
paid
Let's just
that
be
girl
honest.
off,
But then you
and
see
I'm
that
just like,
today they
baby.
tried to file two charges against Tory
For bribery.
for
they said no.
incriminating or what is it, bribery against witnesses or whatever, but they denied it.
Yeah, because
Because how you gonna do that on day 6?
Yeah,
Like,
no, dead ass. But and here's also the thing, like if we actually get into the nitty gritty, because we actually didn't talk about this the first time we brought this up, however many years ago, is about
years, bro.
Megan.
It was a long time.
and you know, it was a very long time ago, but about Megan and Kelsey intertwining niggas. Like, okay, look.
Yeah.
Now I'll say this. Megan was wrong. If it's true, Megan was wrong.
But what if that's not? And so this is the only. This is the only reason why.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
only reason why I'm gonna say no because you can't. There are some friends that share. Like even let's take
Yeah.
Potomac.
No,
I was
I
just about
do
to say
believe
that.
they do. Yeah.
Mia and what's her
Yeah,
friend's name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. They clearly they do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And who's to say that Megan? Because like at the end of the day, Megan's the one who has access to all these men first.
Yeah, no, for sure.
She's the one who's bringing Kelsey along. Kelsey's not the celebrity friend. Kelsey's not the one who's getting invites into these rooms. You know what I'm saying? So it's Megan who's inviting people inviting Kelsey into these rooms. So I do feel like they kind of have an agreement that that's what they've been doing. And there might have been a couple times where Megan was shysty and did something behind Kelsey's back. But do I think that Megan? Do I think that
everybody?
But do I think that Kelsey just had no idea at all? No.
My thing is,
She probably just liked Tory.
I think it's okay for. I think Megan being a bad person doesn't mean that she deserves to be shot.
No, 100%.
So I think it's okay for us to
being able to
look at it and
call right is right and wrong is wrong.
Because I'll be honest,
it's okay.
In that situation, I'm not gonna do backflips and try to excuse that. I mean, it looks like what it was. It looks like Megan put Tory on Kelsey. And after being around him, because her friend, maybe she did like the girl in the moto. She probably like had a little crush on him and started doing her own thing. Like,
well, why are we not putting? I feel like none of the men in this situation are getting any of the blame. We're all looking at Megan.
I mean, Tory's not cool. We haven't even gotten it. Tory's not cool for dealing with friends. But
everyone's like looking at Megan like, oh, you're a liar, this terrible friend. But it's like.
Tory's the one who fucking did it.
Met them as friends.
But here's the thing that
he met them together.
I mean, I feel that is that as bad though? Is a guy dating friends worse than friends dating a guy?
Yes.
How? I feel like it's not that bad.
I feel like everyone has. I feel like it's.
I think it's equal.
I think it's very equal. I'll be honest. I think it's very equal.
You ain't never talked to a nigga friend?
Sure have.
And you think that makes you like a bad person?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because why am I doing that? Like,
Michelle, where's your moral code?
I'm not like I don't.
Like,
I tell you, I don't.
Like, what business do I have talking to you?
Talk is subjective, though.
I'm not.
Well,
or like
friends,
dating, or
no,
even letting it get past a certain level.
Either
what
way,
business do I
do
have?
think. I mean,
you're wrong.
the basis
That's your
of
code
the
of loyalty, not mine.
The basis of the story is that's for the reason why they got into it is because Megan
Over a nigga.
allegedly has been, has a history of taking her niggas that she's interested in. I don't care what it is. I mean, again, I just think if that's what really happened, then let's say that she didn't know. Let's just give her the benefit of the doubt and say that Kelsey didn't know. Okay, Megan, you're fouled. Megan's fouled for that. Let's just call it spade. That's the story that circulates. So that's the only thing I can give an opinion on. Now, if that's not what happened, obviously we can, talk to different situations and give, but as far as Megan going behind Kelsey's back, you wrong, girl.
Wrong.
Like, you was wrong.
Yeah, but no one's saying that she, just because doing that, she should have, got shot. But like,
not at all. 1,000%. 1,000%.
But the internet is the men online.
That's
the
what
thing
I'm
is,
saying.
everyone keeps calling Megan a liar, liar.
That's my problem.
And there's one thing that kind of happened because
academics,
right? Tory
Joe Budden,
he's a troll.
He is.
Joe Budden,
Joe Budden was random as hell. I'm like, what?
No,
what is,
that
she didn't really do nothing.
Joe Budden's little like a speech. I was like, Joe.
It's because of Nikki. We know that.
We didn't need you in this one. You know that, right? We didn't need you.
I just know, and then I
he don't like her because of Nikki. He don't like her because of Nikki.
Joe made everyone get quiet to now tell us why
what
he
was
don't
the
like
reason
Megan.
why he said he didn't like her?
He said because
Megan does people dirty.
He said she did something to somebody who's been in the industry more than 15 years, and I'm really good friends with this person. I'm like, you're talking about Nicki Minaj. You know that.
It's just Joe.
Well,
I feel like stay in your lane. Like, I understand you want to talk about hot topics, but it's like you're clearly biased for no reason. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. And like even academics, like, we know you're up Tory's ass.
Troll, though.
You are up Tory. I feel like you got a finger up Tory's ass. Tory got a finger up your ass. So
I just think Academics is doing what he normally does. He trolls. That's all he does, and that's why no one's shocked by it.
I think it's past trolling at this point. It's like it's very biased. Like even this I don't know if he's Indian.
Oh.
I don't know if he's
okay. I don't know. I feel like he's
that
lawyer.
I don't
he
know.
is the reason why we even know what the fuck is going on.
We don't. There's actually other accounts.
There's other.
No, okay.
Biased accounts.
Okay.
Okay. Can I just say one thing? I will be honest. Every media outlet that's reporting on the Megan case is biased. I have not found an unbiased source yet.
Yeah.
If one which one?
It's a girl. Her name is.
You should say Megan. She's biased too because she leaves out stuff too.
But you gotta think about it. Every platform is biased by default. They're biased by default.
Well, she's less biased compared to other people.
That guy is clearly on Tory. I feel like he was hired by.
He's biased. So what I do is I have to go to all the outlets because they all leave out stuff like hers. Like you could tell she's very like prosecution like biased. Like so she's gonna report what they're saying. She's gonna leave out the stuff that the defense gets that probably puts the defense at the upper hand. The lawyer guy the same thing. He's gonna say all this that the defense did, and he's gonna say whatever the prosecution does, he's gonna make it seem like they're doing something wrong or illegitimate and all the other stuff. So it's like,
is this not considered a high profile case?
I'm like, why do we watch Johnny Depp?
Why is it not on
for hours?
Yeah,
and we're not watching this.
But I'll be honest.
That's his name, right? Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lawyer. I was like, oh, no, real. Okay,
no, Johnny Depp. Remember with his ex-wife?
Like that was a like.
But to be honest with you, I think it's one of those things where it's like they didn't want it seen in the like live.
Why?
But I do think that I definitely think that Tory and Megan, they probably both fought for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's one of those things where they fought for it. Because I definitely think that Johnny Depp, he fought for it to be live because he wanted people to see the truth.
What was going on?
You know what I'm saying?
It was a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff.
Which
But
I still
also,
don't-
something I also wanted to touch on.
Giving this is not real to me. Because it's like, why don't y'all want to be high profile?
Why would
It's Megan Thee Stallion, Tory. To me, I
But-
feel like this
but
is,
like,
this
well, I
is
think-
deemed a high
But I think
profile
we
case.
also have to make this very clear. Megan's not on trial, y'all.
No, for
I know that.
And
Tory is.
I think we have to make this is a Tory Lanez case. This is
Yeah.
Tory Lanez versus
Versus
the
state of California.
Yeah.
This is not Meg. Meg is a witness. Meg
a
is
witness.
a person who was called to trial for as a witness. Meg is not on
Absolutely.
trial.
We
At the end of
know.
the day, so let's just make this very clear. This is a Tory Lanez case.
No, actually, facts. Because
Absolutely.
I was talking to somebody, he was like, "We all know Megan's guilty." I said, "Guilty of what?
Right.
What
That
is Megan
sounds like-
guilty of?
what?
Not getting
Y'all
tried
stupid.
right
Guilty
now.
of what? Like
Right.
y'all just I feel
But
you.
some people, but some
men
people don't
hate
understand
women.
what's going on. Some
Yeah.
people don't understand what's
so,
actually going
and that's
on.
also something that
And
I wanted
it's-
to touch on regarding this case, and then we can kind of drop it after this. But something that's been brought to the media was the fact that came out, which I thought we knew, but it came out recently that Meg and Tory did actually have a dating history. They've slept together. Now, Meg Thee Stallion has went on platforms like Gayle King, and she said verbatim that she did not have, or she said no sexual interactions with Tory Lanez. Again, I thought we all knew. I don't know why
mean,
this is like
but I'm
news.
not gonna-
Okay,
okay, can I take-
there was speculation about that. Did they actually ask Megan on the stand, "Did you sleep with Tory?" Because
She
people were
admitted that they had relations.
people
So
were
she admitted.
tweeting,
She
were
admitted that
tweeting that, but they
information.
said that Megan's team asked her, like, Megan's not on trial. Megan
So-
doesn't have a
so-
trial.
but she,
so let me-
they-
I think she said she did.
she
on
did
trial.
though.
on trial. I think on stand from what I read was that she admitted
did.
to it.
Yeah.
But
She
again,
admitted to they
that's
had
her
sexual
business.
relations.
But that's
Yeah.
why. What
wanna perjure
does that
herself,
have
I
to do
heard.
with this
Yeah, 'cause-
case? I don't understand why. I understand she lied. I do, and she's wrong for that. Lying, whatever. Everybody lies. Whatever.
We don't
I
blame
don't think that.
everybody.
I
It's
don't
not by
think that.
force.
Me personally, I don't think.
But because my thing is, I think
I don't think it equates. Just because you lie about who you sleep with doesn't equate to you lie about being shot.
it
And I
doesn't.
think
But,
that's just-
here's my. It
absolutely.
doesn't matter if
Yeah,
you
that's
slept
why-
with him or
yeah.
not. If I slept with
Why-
10 different
there-
niggas before I
but-
slept, why
Start-
does it matter?
At the
I
same
kind
time-
of feel
all
you.
angles,
At the
man.
same time, I don't like that. Let me say this: I don't like that Megan came out and was like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing." Party, whatever his real name is.
Party.
Why are we even mentioning?
He's embarrassed by the entire situation. For me personally,
I was him up too.
that's your man. You know what I'm saying? That's your man. So at the end of the day, like, he should not be embarrassed by who you had sex with in the past before you had.
Okay,
before
wait.
you were with him.
I mean, maybe
Some
that was
truth
a part
probably
of.
came out that he probably didn't
I
know
mean,
about.
not truth, but
and he
there
has
was-
every right to feel. He has every right to just.
But
be confused.
But she
to
has
be
every right to
embarrassed-
speak on his behalf. Like that's her. She's probably embarrassed for him, and she
Yeah.
didn't let that
But
hurt.
I just don't think that she needs to state that. Like, it doesn't
Why-
matter.
It don't-
Yeah,
It really
I would have took
doesn't.
that down. Like, I
Some
wouldn't
people
have
like to
admitted
be
that.
I
embarrassed
wouldn't have admitted.
publicly.
I wouldn't have admitted that. I'll be honest with you. That I would have been like, my man is by my side
Yeah.
through thick and thin. He doesn't
Can
care
he
what.
say that?
But I'm
Like-
just saying, like, he doesn't care what he heard. But to come back and be like, this is so embarrassing. This, like, I don't think it was needed. Like, Megan, it doesn't matter. Like, because I'm with you. If you want to say you didn't have sex with him, men lie about their body count all the time. Men lie on women all the time about
Party
who they have,
lying right
and
now.
who they have not slept with. What does it matter that you say you didn't sleep with somebody? I don't care.
Party lying right now saying he don't work for Cardi. So at the end of the day, everybody lying.
Y'all want to stick to the trials? Because, I mean, we can talk about YSL.
Guess what I was like? We could talk about why I
Oh
said we
my
can go into this.
God.
I mean,
No.
honestly,
Gonna say,
But
if I say this
honestly-
right now, I go home right now. I go home right now.
but honestly,
Y'all.
this really is not even.
It's not on YSL. It's
I was gonna say, this
it's
is-
everybody versus Young Thug.
You heard what
Have y'all
just
been
came
seeing
out?
his stuff on TikTok? Young Thug in court. Young Thug just looks so
No.
finished.
So
So
Not
finished.
No, he
I
does.
didn't know you were going with
He's
that.
I
like-
thought you were gonna say put together.
No, he looked fine.
No,
he
he
actually looks
looks
handsome,
good.
but
No, yeah.
he looks like he knows he's about to go down for some
Young
shit.
Thug knows he's not getting out
Yeah.
right now.
But did
Yeah,
y'all see the
right
plea that
now.
his brother just took?
Yes.
What was that?
His brother just took a plea, and it's like 10 years probation, no contact with Young Thug. Young Thug.
Young
And
Thug
not
probably
even
told,
just
but
that.
Young Thug probably told him to
the
take
other
that. You think so?
the other co-founder. So did you see the other co-founder today?
The fact that there's no contact with Young Thug.
Let's
Yeah.
actually.
Young Thug
Can I
going
preface the
down.
story before you go into it real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so gun is free. That's it.
Oh,
That's it. Literally, I mean, that's okay. So we all know. We
no,
talked
it's not
about
just Gunna though. It's not
No, it's
just
a lot of
Gunna.
people.
It's
I mean,
a lot
that's-
of people.
in
Wait,
the
so that
current event
Oh
hot topics
my
realm. We're talking about Gunna.
gosh.
But
Boys
okay,
come
so
home.
we did report. Or I said report. We did talk about Gunna and Young Thug was in jail a couple months ago, a few episodes ago actually, and they were caught on RICO cases. So it's hard to beat a RICO case. Like at this point, you're in unless you're snitching.
Which I do want to say,
there's been.
I did not realize that there were two different RICO cases. So there's a difference between having a state and a federal.
Mm-hmm.
There's two different type of RICO cases that you could have. So
is his federal?
His is state.
Okay.
So people have been saying like that's the reason why people are actually really pissed that people are taking the plea deals because they're saying that
there's a chance
state RICO cases are not as
if
like
it was federal, like
federal.
that's different.
So
like you're gone. They have it on you.
Because the federal doesn't get involved unless there's like a shitload of evidence.
Yeah, but nonetheless, a RICO case is still hard to beat. So,
but if they're giving out pleas, that means they must not have that much evidence.
They don't.
Well, not only that, they denied this man's plea. This is his. How many times he asked for a
Whose plea?
Sorry, his
bond.
Yeah,
that's
Gunna's.
well, of course they're not gonna let him on a bond.
Because they want him to. They trying to break him.
That nigga owes a PJ. Like he can go
anywhere.
to Antarctica. Yeah,
I
wouldn't let him out either.
Like he's a high risk.
They already saying he was like calling
he
hits,
asked
so
for
it's like
several plea
he can
deals
get
and
out
they
and
denied
call
it.
hits on those people who were witnesses.
Yeah,
so he
like-
ain't going anywhere.
No, I meant
Young Thug
plea
needs to stay
deal,
where he's
but
at.
I feel.
Oh, you meant
plea. He asked for several.
who?
Gunna.
You talking about?
I'm
He
talking
asked
about Young
for.
Thug.
Oh,
He asked for bonds.
Yeah, but he also asked for several plea deals.
I
He
didn't.
asked for a plea
That's
deal?
what I read.
You can't ask
You
for. I
can't
thought
ask
they
for a
give
plea
you a
deal.
plea deal,
Yeah,
bro.
you just offer
You
him
gotta
one.
talk.
You can't say I want a plea.
Okay.
No. You want
I'm talking about his team. His team obviously asked for plea deals, guys. I don't
want a
think
plea.
he's talking. No, thank you.
No,
Like,
if you want to plea, you gotta.
You have to open that
No,
mouth
yeah,
and
no.
provide some type of information
100%.
So-
that warrants a plea
his
deal.
legal team, guys. Sorry, whoever that consists of.
But go
Damn.
ahead.
But I mean, that's pretty much what it is. So now Gunna's been free, and everybody is saying that he snitched because like I
He
said,
did.
it's hard to
he
beat a
did.
RICO case.
I just don't understand. So
He
this is the
did.
thing. So
Unfortunately, guys.
Gunna's plea deal
Being a rapper's
was
a snitch.
5 years total, 1 year served in prison that he
5
already
years.
served. The other
He's been in
4
prison for a
5
year.
years.
Not yet.
he
Not
got-
yet. Shy away from a year.
No, but they gave him 1 year served in prison.
That's good. At least-
They gave him
snitches
5
get
years
everything.
total. What
5 years total of
probation?
no time, but they're giving him the last 4 years as provisionary. So
Community
he's
service
community.
and
So
other stuff.
it's gonna it's gonna be community service, probation, and a combination of other things. But he's not gonna serve it in prison.
Damn, that's
What about
a
weekend?
That's
No,
that's giving
nothing.
big.
He's
snitch.
not.
weekend?
He's not going.
Sweet-
He's not going to
it's a sweet
prison.
deal.
Yeah, that's a very sweet deal, right?
It's a sweet deal
For a
but-
good snitch. You,
Nigga, I
you
would
gave
have
us
been singing to the birds.
You gave us some real
I would've
sweet
been
for them to
talking,
cook that one up for you.
But-
'Cause, like, damn.
But it does show. It's so unfortunate. So it does show Gunna on camera saying like, is YSL a gang? He says yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I don't
And
think he agreed or said anything that him and Thug didn't already talk about.
no, 100%.
So-
Oh,
please.
I'm not-
really?
Jory.
Yeah.
Jory.
So I have to disagree
No,
because
I disagree as well.
because
Yeah.
Young Thug's lawyer came out and he said the reason why the case is so hard for what's Young Thug's real name? Because he said his real name.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. He said the reason why the case is so hard. He said that actually he's like this is not even versus YSL at this point.
It's versus
Jeffrey.
No, it really is. The fact that
He said that the reason why it's so hard now for a case for Jeffrey is because so many of his counterparts are taking plea deals and they are contradicting things
he's
that were
saying.
previously said.
And Boosie
And
said
his-
this.
And Young Thug's lawyer said that himself. And so therefore, I have to disagree. I do not think that Gunna and Young Thug talked about this.
but
I
Young
don't.
Thug's brother took the same.
But the
deal,
last
so
time
it's
that
like,
they were
I don't
in
know.
jail, they had like a mini conversation. The both of them.
Only thing is,
together,
like,
so-
Because Thug knew. I feel like Young Thug knew. Like you about, and that's why Gunna. Gunna was kind of hesitant.
Gunna
He was
ain't
like,
cut out for jail. He wears tight pants.
So does Jeffrey.
No, but I think that Young Thug is
That has
definitely like.
nothing to do with anything.
No,
but
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Young Thug is definitely
quote it.
like Young Thug's about that life. I'm gonna be honest
Is
with you.
he?
Anyways,
He's about that life. I don't think Gunna's
You taking a plea deal, Nikki? What's going on here?
This how I
me.
feel.
Shit,
I'm
if it
not
makes
meant to
sense.
be
Yes,
in
ma'am.
prison.
But one thing, I don't think anyone's meant to be in prison. But what I'm saying is that there was a Vlad interview where Boosie was like, honestly, people need to learn how to let the police
Vlad.
do their, or Vlad, whatever.
There's always an interview with Boosie.
But but Boosie said some real shit. He's like, let them do their job. Like, why are y'all doing their job for them? Don't take pleas.
That's
Don't
true.
do any of that
Yeah.
shit. Let them do their job. The reason why, if they can't get nothing, that means they have
They
nothing.
offer pleas.
So then let
That's the
them do
thing.
their job.
But here's the
All
thing.
right.
But here's,
I wanna-
but here's the thing about not taking a plea. Like, let's say that you decide to go to trial. You lose. You're gonna get 17 years to life. What
That's
you
not
gonna
always,
do?
That's not always
That's
true.
not
But
true. If
a
they don't
lot
have
of times,
evidence,
if they don't
girl.
offer you a plea,
It's
they're
a
gonna.
fake case, though.
Crystal,
But
I'll
it-
be honest with you, Crystal.
Bro.
The way that the way that I've been seeing these cases work, they have to have evidence. And if there is one person, on that jury that does not agree,
That's a mistrial.
nothing moves forward. And
Yeah,
that's the
but
thing. But that's what I'm
But
saying.
the thing
like,
is, it's a RICO case. They have the evidence that they need.
but
They
they
do
don't.
that. They don't.
Crystal,
That's
if they
why
are
I'm like,
offering,
the nigga took the
Crystal, they don't have
plea.
evidence for everybody. That's the thing. If people offer plea deals, they do. This is the thing. Lawyers know when you offer up a plea deal, because lawyers actually like. I feel like they get like a certain like ego from being able to win cases. You know what I'm saying? So that they can go into a trial and actually win it on their own. That's a really big deal for them. So I feel like taking a plea deal is almost like a cop out for them. They're kind of like, oh, but the only reason why they would do that is if they truly did not have hard evidence, concrete evidence
Of the
that they can
RICO.
say that this is this person. I placed this person here at this time doing this crime. They can't do that, and they
Okay.
cannot do it against a Jeffrey.
So then, why wouldn't Gunna take? Are we talking about Gunna? It don't matter. So
Well,
why?
why Gunna took the plea?
Yeah, and why? Okay,
They
let's
don't
go-
have
He's
it.
not
They don't
letting
have-
them do their job.
He doesn't have it. They don't.
He's a
They probably didn't have
snitch.
enough evidence against Gunna.
That's what I'm saying. If that's the case, if that's the situation, then why didn't his team, his legal team, his lawyers be like, okay, you know what, the plea deal is not enough.
Because
we'll
the
take it to
lawyers
trial
are
then.
not
Street
out for
niggas.
him.
They're not street niggas,
Bro.
girl. Like
The lawyers are not out for Jeffrey. They're only out for
you
Gunna.
guys-
Yeah,
I
that's
think we're saying
true.
They're not.
That's
The
true.
thing.
Y'all- we're
These
saying the same
lawyers.
thing
No,
then.
we're not. These lawyers are not for all of YSL. These are independent lawyers for that person. Gunna hired his own lawyers.
Okay.
All they're saying is, Gunna, this is the best deal for you.
Yeah.
You will be out.
Okay.
You
not
will
Young
not be in
Thug
prison.
and everyone
Yeah,
else.
because
Like,
if you don't take it, then what's gonna happen?
No. So this is what I'm saying. They're not worried about what will happen to you on the streets.
No.
That
I'm
you
talking
took
about
a
what's gonna
plea
happen
deal.
to you in the court of
No.
law. If you don't take the plea deal, then what happens?
My thing is, they don't care because as a lawyer, they want to get paid now. You get out, they're done. They don't want to wait to
I
see
don't
if that.
think y'all are listening
Look
to
at it
me.
like a court.
basically,
No,
what-
okay.
to
Look at it.
answer her question, he will be going back in and will
No,
go
that,
to
they're
trial.
not.
He'll
He'll
sit
go to
in-
trial.
if he doesn't
if you
take the
lose
plea.
trial, then what happens?
Then he might get in
He might
prison.
get some
Then
That's
he-
exactly
then he
what
make
I'm
it-
saying.
he make
or you may
That's
get that
my-
same arrangement you got with the plea deal.
That's
Hold
my
on.
point.
One at a time, real quickly. But okay, this
Yeah.
if Gunna was to go to trial, maybe because he has no prior offenses, he has a clean ass record. At most, even if they try to give him 4 years, 5 years, and he ends up serving 1.5.
Thank you. He already served one.
To Gunna, maybe that's too much. You know what I mean? Maybe to him, he wants to come home now. I mean, I don't think I could last a week in jail. So
No,
somebody
I
tells
don't
me you,
either, but
you're
that
coming.
has literally nothing
But
to do
this
with
is
the
what
point
I'm
that I was
no,
making.
but okay,
Yeah.
look like this. You get pulled over for a ticket. The officer gives you a ticket. Does he tell you, if you go into court and you fight this, you might win it? No, all they're telling you is pay this ticket by this time. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving you your options.
No, but they'll
And-
tell you if you take it to court and you lose, this is what's gonna happen.
But then,
but
how
it's-
often do you take it to the court and you lose?
That's true. Most of the times, if you go to
Take it
court, exactly. But
But
even
people don't go to court. People
but-
just pay it because of the hassle it is to go to court.
Mm.
but
and
you
the-
know, more than likely, if you go to court,
You're not gonna pay it.
yeah, it's true.
So y'all really
Okay.
think if Gunna would have went to court? I mean, it's
No.
unfortunate.
So I have a question for y'all. In regard to this, it's petty. So if y'all was talking to a dude, or this was your boyfriend, or
No.
whatever. No. Listen, I have a question.
Sorry.
Are you staying with him?
Nope.
Oh, why he does time? How long is his time?
You don't know. It
How
doesn't.
long
It
has
doesn't matter.
been?
It doesn't matter. Are
I'm
you,
gonna stay.
I'ma
are you
stay.
gonna stay?
Yes.
He got money. I take care
A
of it.
multi-millionaire.
I take care of his
Oh, if
account.
it's Young Thug?
Young Thug.
I'm not putting specifics on it. Just in
Oh,
general. Let's say you were
oh,
talking to anybody and he gets
oh,
sentenced to jail. Like
If your money ain't long like Thugger, I ain't staying nowhere.
Are his
So-
accounts frozen?
No.
Are his accounts frozen?
I don't know. Y'all putting too many questions. Just yes or
No,
no.
Jori, no, because these are good
It
questions. Like,
matters.
this matters.
This matters. Like, actually,
If you're
it's
not
really important.
rich, I'm not waiting for you.
No.
So that's your answer.
You're
so let's
some
so
guy
let's
off the
ask if
street
it's just
caught a charge.
regular your regular dude who you've been with for a long time. This is supposed to be your husband, but then something happens and he goes to jail. Like,
Hey.
are you holding him down? Or you out?
Listen, I need to know your bid. How long? Because I'm not gonna lie, you got really 1 year.
No, yeah, you got 1 year out of me. I'm not gonna
And if it goes past that one, listen, I'm going to be it's now an open marriage
1
until you come
year?
back.
if I love you, maybe 36 months.
And no, okay, so I'm gonna be okay. So
That's
for me,
even pushing
for
it.
me, it's gonna depend on what you went in there for.
No, I don't care.
So if you went in there for murder,
What's up? And they say
Know yourself.
It depends. What if it's manslaughter?
But if you went, maybe like no,
what if it was self-defense and he was just charged with murder?
that's okay. That's a difference.
Okay, so
But if I know the
so
real
murder. Do you really know the real story?
yeah.
If I was there, that's
You
the
know
only
what
way.
they
You
told
were
you.
there at the scene of the crime.
You're a witness.
Then that
You
means
can't be-
that,
we
that means
married-
that means our trauma bond. Where are you really
if
going?
we're married, I can't be a witness. Okay, that's for one. But if it's like something like petty fraud and you're a millionaire, then I'm like, okay, we can.
we can
ride it
But you
out.
need to serve your full term because if you serve anything short of that term, you have now become
No,
an
that's not-
informant.
that's not
I
true.
can't be
That's
married
not
to
always
that.
true.
So
Okay, so this is a
sorry.
different question. Your man goes to jail.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to become an informant to come home early.
I'm sorry. You listen.
That's what happened to. So that's what
I
happened to
don't
Young
know
Thug.
if I could be married to a man that's not loyal to him.
So
Like,
that's-
listen.
So that's what happened to
Close
Young
your mouth
Thug
and do your
today.
time. Like, you earned it. Like, do it.
So-
you don't need to be snitching on people now. Like, now we're around people. Our own friends and family won't even trust us around them.
So that's the thing. So
because
that's
you're
what-
an informant.
I don't know if y'all saw. That's what happened to Young Thug today. So the co-founder
Dang.
of
Folded too.
YSL, they played a phone call that he had.
Oh,
with
with
his
the
baby
girl. Yeah.
with his baby
Ooh.
mama.
And she told him to take
The plea deal.
Take a plea
She
deal.
told
'cause
him
she was
to-
like, you
you
got
have a
kids.
family.
And she said, you need to stop worrying about what everybody else doing.
Because
and
all
you
you're
need to think
worried about
yourself.
it's only you that can hold you down. And he then went and said that his gun is hidden underneath the bed.
I think he said in a
I
hair,
mean-
hair box.
And something
Oh,
box.
whatever it is.
Can we not do that? I don't
I
need
mean,
them using our
Is it
audio.
registered?
I was just curious though if y'all would stay with somebody like that. 'Cause
No.
I seen a TikTok
I mean, yeah, Thugger,
and,
yeah.
and this girl, she held this man down when I
How
held
long?
him down like 5-8 years.
Five?
Five
Was
to 8 years.
Did he have? Never mind. Y'all, this
I don't-
sounds
I don't
dumb,
think
but
so,
Was
but
he
he-
well off?
I don't think so.
I
But
don't
anyway,
know,
she
the
held him
way-
down 5 to 8 years, and this man came out and left her.
The way the time.
Of course.
I saw that.
Of course he did because
I saw
honestly,
that too,
he's probably
coming.
wondering why did you hold him down for 8 years?
The way time is going, 5 years to go really quick.
what?
To you.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry
it's only
if
2023. I just thought it was 2018.
Listen,
if I'm
So-
just casually dating you and you my boyfriend, you get locked up. I'm with you until the
I'm
handcuffs
gonna write
hit.
you. I'm gonna write
And
you.
after that, I'm
That's it. I'm gonna
good.
be your pen pal. That's it.
I'll be
But
honest.
you
You're not forced to stay with nobody.
Can I?
No, period.
Can
you
I?
can think we together, but I'm gonna be doing what I'm doing.
I need to
so.
speak to what Nikki said because you said, man, 5 years is nothing, but it's like 5 years in prison is different from 5 years in this world. There are people that serve. So there is a man. They said Tupac Shakur's dad served 36 years. That's someone's life. I'm almost 36 in 5 years, but it's like that's a long time. So much has happened.
But I
in
never
those,
said I was gonna stay with him for
No,
36
but-
years.
I thought you
no,
were
Okay,
but
y'all.
what I'm saying is that you make it seem like 5 years is nothing, but that's actually.
I mean, 5
the
years
world changes daily.
for him, but not for me. I'm just saying, like 5 years out here, the way time goes.
But then
it
that
wouldn't
person
seem that
comes
long.
back to you. They're 5 years behind you, and you've like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's
understand.
not the same.
It's a big commitment. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, it really for me is going to depend on what that was for.
But before we go into the topic, I just got one thing to say: that Lori Harvey needs to stay away from damsel interest, and that's it.
Okay, before you say that, I definitely feel like Lori is a contract hire at this point. You're not going to convince me anyway. And
I
you're not going to
mean-
convince me otherwise. I don't care. I feel like her only real relationship was Future,
Mhm.
and that was just a slip up, and she bounced back quickly and got back on her what's it called, Black China. Because what is Damson Idris even doing? Like, why are you dating him? Not even that he's a bad person, but clearly I feel like at this point it's PR.
But
if
he
you're
was a
dating
hot
Damson
boy.
Idris, but if you're dating Damson Idris, why is your relationship so public so quickly? Like, I feel like she's
Yeah.
in these really public relationships that don't even make sense to me anymore. So it's just giving PR.
What do you mean? They live in California.
What do you mean?
That paparazzi everywhere.
It's
What
not
do you
about
mean so public
paparazzi.
so
He's
quickly?
reposting her on his story. I mean, fire, flames, and all the other stuff.
Oh.
We have not heard of anyone Damson Idris has dated in the past, but all of a sudden he wants to go public with Lori Harvey, and it's just
Why
just
wouldn't
like,
he?
Yeah, why wouldn't he? She's beautiful.
She's an it
I
girl.
But
she's an it
so
girl.
that y'all just answered y'all's own question. I feel like it is a PR move. It's a publicity
For her.
At this point, I feel like it's
Oh,
just
for
PR
him, yeah.
But I
That's
don't
what
think he
I-
hired
because
her.
Y'all keep saying
Low-key.
contract, but
I don't think he hired.
What is
I
it?
think
How does
like
that
she really
conclude?
fucking with these niggas.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
it's like the Black China
Yeah.
thing. You know how Black China used to like always come out, and at one point people were believing it. Then after a while, it was like it doesn't make any sense. You get out of a relationship, then 3 months later you're in a new relationship. And you have to believe that you're just really this public in relationships.
But Black
No.
China actually said contract up when her and
No,
the nigga broke up.
because
But-
it would just be got to be so embarrassing. He was playing in her face, and she made it clear like this is the contract. Don't ever play with me. I felt her. That was Devin Booker, and honestly, she looked crazy. He was like 19
I
at the
thought
time.
it was that. No, it was
Yeah.
the other young boy she was dating.
Oh, and
Who?
remember what was
Oh,
that? World
somebody.
Boy,
Amir.
YNB Young Boy.
No, I thought it was
Amir,
after him because he
or-
was weird
yeah.
too, and that was definitely
That was a
Was that
contract. No, I think he was dating her to get PR for himself.
That was
and that
definitely
didn't
a
bring him no
contract
kind of buzz.
That always happens. Like as soon as
No, it brought
somebody
him buzz.
Did he?
It
Is he
does-
making
did.
music?
Have we
still?
heard of him after that?
Thank you.
Matter of fact, what was he making before Black China?
That's what I'm saying. He was only in the.
Yeah,
he
but
was only
like
in the
what? But that's what I'm saying. What buzz did
But
it
he
work
was
for him?
Yeah, so it did.
Yes.
He was only in the
It
tabloids
did.
when he was
Now,
with
do we
Black
remember
China.
his name? No.
No,
But-
so it didn't really work for him. But I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I mean, I don't really hear you anymore. Michael B. Jordan, we still hear him. I really feel like Michael B.
Barely.
Jordan.
do we?
That's
I
not
mean,
true.
Jordan-
Creed 3's coming out.
mm.
All right, y'all, whatever.
You must keep up with him
It's coming out in the movies.
because that was news to me.
It's Nicki's face. Okay, y'all, Creed is a good movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Okay.
Wow.
But Michael Jordan had a name before that, so it's easy for him to
Yeah.
be still like, relevant
Yeah, it
versus
is.
like whoever we can't even say his name. So there's that. Oh, Almighty J, ain't it?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. He was trying to fight the white girl charges, white girl allegations. That's why he popped up with Lori.
Anyways, yeah.
He was fucking with his ex on the low anyway. So
But I already heard. Let me shut up. I'm gonna say I already heard Damson be in the streets anyways.
Does he?
I-
With me.
Girl,
You know what? Honestly, he gives that. He does.
Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah,
several
he
times.
does.
So,
Especially now that he's now starting to get a little.
but it's okay. I mean, look,
It's okay.
Damson.
okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over into the topic, which should be interesting because 2023 is only 12 days away. Like, where did the year go? So I do want to have like a little discussion about like our 2022 rap. What's that rap song they used to drop every year at the end of the year? What was it called?
I don't know.
They haven't.
Wraps
They haven't
Up.
done one of those in a minute where they used to rap about everything that
It
happened
was
in the year.
DJ something. I
No,
forgot.
so I want to ask. First question I want to ask about your 2022 is, what did this year teach you about relationships?
That
They're
who
not
needs them?
for
I'm just
real.
kidding. I don't know.
For me, I think that 2022 in regards to relationships was probably like my hardest aspect of 2022. You know, I think that I learned a lot, but I also realized like relationships aren't everything.
They're
They're-
not by force.
They're not everything, and they're not going to make me. They're not going to break me either. And I finally realized that I'm like, I will be okay regardless of the situation. You know. So yeah, it was trying. It was trying. Relationships were trying this year.
I guess relationship for me, I realized that I'm actually ready to be in one. Like, I realized that it's been, I feel like the concept of relationship, because like my last relationship didn't work out, so I held it to everyone like, oh my god, relationship just taboo, I don't want to be in one. But it's like, no, I feel like I've been working on myself. I feel like I've just been, actually being intentional. And so what 2022 taught me is that in 2023 I'm actually ready to take relationships serious. So y'all, pilots on the market. Slide in the DMs, they're ready and
Not
hot.
sliding the DM.
I'm just kidding. But no, but what I'm saying is that I'm actually like, I'm ready to be in a relationship. Like, I'm not running away from the topic no more.
I'm trying to think. I learned like two different things. One is like legit, and the other one's kind of petty. But I think the first one kind of really taught me like I'm more clear about what it is that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so now I'm not wasting my time. You know what I mean? I don't want to say like I just kind of entertain anything, but I think until you're clear about what it is you want in a partner and longevity, like you will literally waste your time.
You do
So I
entertain
think,
everything. Not you,
um,
just in general.
So it's like, I'm glad I kind of got more clear about that. I think the second one that I learned, and this is more into dating, like I used to like, I had two different guys this year when they explained to me like why them and their ex broke up. And I'm like, what? Like, you're such a great dude. Like, I cannot see how y'all broke. And then everything he said is him and the ex broke up with, it came fruition. And I was like, you know what? No more, no more thinking, oh, what? Like, I don't get it. I'm going to get it. It's going to come. It comes eventually.
You know the crazy part is, I think it's one of those things that's like, I want a different word. Like, it's like yellow flags.
Mhm.
You know?
Oh, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
necessarily red flags.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But they could be yellow flags, and that
Mhm.
they tell you, but you're like, it's actually
It's-
not that. It's not that big of a deal.
yeah.
But it's not until it becomes a big deal that
Yeah.
you realize, like,
Mhm.
dang,
This
I
is
should have
why.
really listened
Yeah.
to that.
It's called
Red
being
flag.
delusional.
Yeah,
It's
no,
called being
that-
delusional.
That's
And
Yeah.
I definitely
flag.
stepped out of my delusional phase this year. 'cause,
Yeah.
no, for
like,
sure, 100%.
Absolutely.
Now it's like
100%.
it comes
Yeah.
up to a point where you have to just see it for what
it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's not stupidity. Y'all would catch
Yeah,
it in
and not,
2023.
it's okay to. It's
Listen.
not cool to be dumb. Like how
No.
we all used to advertise like being dumb for a dude. No,
But I
like
don't-
But we've all done it.
No,
We didn't
true, but,
advertise
like,
it. We've all done
no,
it.
but,
We
like,
normalized.
yeah, and
But
that's
I
not my
don't
normal
think-
anymore.
I'll be
So
honest with you. I don't think it's being dumb. I think that
yeah, because
delusional.
no, I think it's you being in that situation. Like
Pussy,
it's
yeah.
so you're doing what you think is best in that situation in that current time period that you're in. So I hate to like call people delusional, call people dumb, because like later on, like when you've come to your, like when you're
Senses?
able to see.
Yeah, but
That's
but
what you're able to
that's
see
what
the
it is.
full
There's a name
picture.
for that.
No,
the
when you're
delusional.
able to see the full picture, I do feel like okay, you could have made different decisions, but in that moment with what you were given, the tools you were given, you did what you could do best.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
know
but
it's
for
not
the
always.
same thing.
When I think about it, for me, my delusion comes from a nigga showed me who he was, and I choose
still
to
was
look
like,
the other
oh,
way,
yeah, that's
and
my
was still
nigga.
right there and kept like, no,
That's
bitch,
what
you're
I'm
delusional. Like what?
Yeah, it's not.
That's me. That's my
always
delusion. So
what you choose to do, but it's what you want to do,
Yeah.
and you know that's not the best situation because the best
Absolutely.
situation would be to leave, and you don't. So it's
And-
not you're choosing what's best. You're just choosing to ignore red flags.
And
You're
there's
choosing to be
always a
delusional.
saying that I used to live by, but nah, stop, girl. I started painting another picture. But when someone shows you their true colors, don't sit there and take them colors and paint another picture. No, that's them. Like that is what it is. Like
So let me
don't sit
ask
here and
y'all-
try to make something else up out of it.
So do you feel like y'all's true colors are always like painted the best though? Like
Of my
to
own
other
colors?
people, yeah, your own colors, like to other people.
what do you mean?
So you're saying it like so, like what Paula said, like when someone shows you their true colors, take it for what it is. But do you feel like that could be the same thing for you? Like, what if someone like held that same regard for y'all? Like, what if a man held that same regard for you?
It's
Like,
okay.
Yeah,
It's actually like honestly, like I have to respect that.
yeah.
Like it's okay. Like I'm now
I
learning to
mean,
live
I
with
feel like-
that. It's okay.
I feel like it takes us back to one of our viral clips. Like, you cross a nigga boundary, they're out of there.
They're
So I
out
kinda
of
feel like
there.
that's
So
the same
we
thing
need
where
to
it's kinda
adopt
just
that
like,
too. Like
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes I feel like guys do the opposite. Like they take your colors and they paint a picture, and it's like almost, I don't want to say gaslighting because I feel like we've used that too many times, but like manipulative. Because it be some times where has a guy ever had you feeling like,
You're
damn, I can't
crazy.
do nothing right. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing this,
Yeah.
I'm doing that, and then you look back, he was like, bitch, you was doing everything. Like you were just with a nigga who could not appreciate what you
Yeah,
had to offer.
absolutely.
So of course they was always gonna move the goalposts and try to figure out what else could you do better, what
Yeah,
else could you do better, what else could you do
absolutely.
better. You know what I mean? But he just could not appreciate you. So I feel like in that situation, yeah, maybe a guy see your colors and paint a different picture, but in that situation, it was me still being delusional. I should have
Yeah.
just dipped earlier and saw what my own picture
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I feel like if there's somebody who doesn't see like who I truly am, I think that's what you're trying to say. No, yeah, then like we're
They're
just
not
not meant
for
to be
you.
together. This is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that outside of like what you guys all said, that like what 2020 has taught me about relationships, I think that it's also just like I don't really put value into like I don't want to say value because that sounds bad, but I don't really put so much value into other people. Like you gotta put that shit into yourself because that's where it comes from. You know what I mean? Like that's where that's what you need. That's who's gonna fill me up when I'm depleted. Like ain't nobody else.
Yeah.
Nobody's
I
gonna do
was
that
just
for
about
you.
to say that too.
So I just think that like when you kind of like when you accept shit for what it is, like listen, like if you see me this way, because I actually had somebody like that. He just thought I was just the word, and I'm like, listen, that's okay. We're not meant to be. Like you know what I mean? Like no L's, no no love lost. Like we're good. Like I'm
Absolutely.
good. I'm not placing that much into like
and also like speaking
little
up
shit.
more, like it's okay, like because how some guys are, oh my god, nagging that, but it's really not nagging. Like it's you have to speak, you have to like champion behind yourself at sometimes. And like for situation with a guy, I remember I had a situation where like he would say certain things. I'm just like, okay, no, like that's actually not okay. Like I understand like it may be funny to you, but to me, I'm actually taking it personal because now it's starting to become
Like a
too
joke on
common.
you.
And like I'm starting to become the brunt of the joke, and it's like, no,
Mhm.
this is actually making me feel this way, and I would appreciate if you would really stop and like just learning how to speak up in certain situations. Like, don't let people play on your top like that in your face. Like, no, like it's okay to let someone know where they really like kind of have you fucked up at, or where they hurt your feelings at. Like, you're not small, you're not weak, you're just a human being. Like, people really should start communicating more so people know how to treat you well. So
I think
no
it
one's never
even-
gonna know how to treat you if you don't ever voice nothing. So
amen to
I
that.
definitely think it falls under boundaries, like learning your boundaries and sticking to them and not
Absolutely.
wavering from that.
Yep.
If cheating is your deal breaker and this man's talking to 10 different women in the talking phase, then what you feel like is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that, because all men might, if you want to decide he wants to take you serious, he might cut all those women off, but it's just like, listen, you decide what you can put up with.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't decide, you can decide to leave, you can decide to stay. Take the yellow flag and leave as necessary. That's all I'm saying. Clear boundaries. Just know what your boundaries are.
I agree. What was the craziest current event or thing that happened to you this year?
To us or to the culture?
I don't know, to the culture, or if you have one
Kanye
for the
West.
culture, to yourself.
Craziest current event?
Kanye West.
That happened this year.
Kanye West.
So much has happened. They need.
So
What's that
much
count
has
that
happened.
the
I think
shade
the
room be making and
craziest
dropping
thing-
everything?
That we went to war, like that the world went to war. I think between like Russia and Syria and things like that, everything just it was a lot.
Yeah, no.
Like, cause I was like, what are we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like things were going to be completely different after we went to war, but it hasn't
I
been
think
that.
the craziest.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think now. I'm like, what is the craziest thing that happened this year? I feel like there was so much that happened. 'Cause remember, there was a whole calendar that happened.
Yeah, there was a
And I
calendar.
forgot what was even on the
There was a
calendar.
lot
One thing I
Mhm.
remember on that calendar, they put that Derek Jackson situation on 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's all, and that threw me for a loop. So that's the only one I remember being on there.
I
Like
don't
I
know.
said, the war, the Derek Jackson situation.
Why
I
still
think
going to
that they
jail was pretty
finally-
Why
crazy.
still going to jail was crazy.
Agreed to
Take off
some
getting
people's-
killed.
people.
Oh my
That's
God.
true.
Take off.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say that, but I didn't want to, discount the other people that passed away. Like Ryan Leslie passed. Like a lot of people.
Who?
Ryan Leslie died?
Whew. Is that his name?
The singer?
No,
Are you talking about Leslie Ryan?
Leslie Ryan. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh
So
my
sorry.
God.
I was literally like, when the fuck did that happen?
Sorry. Leslie Ryan. Sorry.
Oh,
Is his
girl, you
last
gotta
name
be
even
careful,
Ryan?
I don't know. I love you. Look, oh my God.
Yeah, please listen.
He didn't pass. She's talking. The name she corrected was correct.
Leslie, but I don't know his last name.
Leslie Jordan. that's what
Leslie
it was.
Jordan. I'm sorry. oh my God.
Like, y'all remember Ryan Leslie? He okay.
That's- Is that Janae Echo's baby daddy? That's a
Yeah.
rumor.
I
Okay.
thought it was Cassie's long time.
No,
like,
Ryan Leslie is, yeah.
I thought Orion was.
That is her baby.
Oh, Ryan is?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan.
What
But
are y'all
no,
talking
Ryan
about?
Leslie is someone's baby daddy. Who is it?
Isn't it?
Him and Cassie were like when Cassie first came up, she was with him. Like he wrote music
I
for
don't know.
her,
But he is
and he was like linked with like P Diddy. And that's so weird.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm trying to think the craziest. Well, I mean, it was lit when we thought they was gonna get rid of some student loan debt until people complained and then got that shut down. So
Honestly,
Was
that's
it
just
people
It's not shut
that's just
down
America
yet.
in a
Yeah,
nutshell.
just
it
on
was just
pause.
that's definitely
Roe versus Wade.
it's on-
That was
Oh.
fucking crazy.
That was
Ooh, you know,
crazy.
Paul,
That was fucked.
that's
That-
actually.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's
That
top-
was
that's
like
top 3.
I think that's like number
That's
one.
top 2 and it ain't
That
2.
was
that,
one.
yeah.
That
that
low
was
key
the
my
most
top
craziest
2.
That
thing.
is actually
ain't 2.
wild.
That was the most
No.
craziest thing.
You know, it actually is. They turned the Handmaid's
I can't believe that actually happened. They
Yeah.
overturned
Yeah, I
that.
still
Yeah.
can't believe that's real. Like what? Clink clink.
Close
But-
close the chop shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, then, what do you think was your craziest month this year? And why?
Girl,
January,
July.
February.
March.
I'm not gonna lie.
April.
I
Every
think
July.
I think mine was March, April, May.
You said the craziest,
For
like
me.
in a good way or like?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did a
Oh.
lot in March, April, and May.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
September.
I did
I
a
take
lot.
those back. September was wild. Actually.
July.
I don't know. This whole year was wild for me. I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie.
like January, February, March. Like beginning of the year, it was just like I was like in SpongeBob, like like just literally the entire time. I didn't know what was going on, but I was just like living day by day.
Yeah.
Did this year feel weird to y'all?
Yes,
It zoomed.
it don't feel like a year.
It felt weird. And I was talking to somebody today, and I was like, maybe because this is like our first post-pandemic year. But I just feel like this year just felt so like something that, like I feel like we were like in an alternate universe this year. I don't know. Something about it just felt really weird. Like, why is Christmas next week? I don't know.
No, next week, Michelle, it's this week.
No, it's on Sunday.
Next week,
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, pretty
Mm.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 days. Why is Christmas 5 days away? Like it was just New Year's. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
But not even just that. I feel like when I think back to 2021, it feels like yesterday. And I'm like, the fact that we're 12 days about to be in 2023, I'm like, why is my mind
You know,
feel as if
20
2021 was yesterday?
I don't
2021
remember.
Didn't really happen for me.
I don't
My
remember
2021 was
2021.
crazy.
I can't
That was
believe
in
That
the
was
that.
our first time really being outside. After the
That's what I'm saying. I
pandemic.
can't believe this time last year we were I was in a different country scanning my forehead to get in places.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
did COVID even happen?
yeah.
I'm like, none of it just feels real. Like,
I don't remember 2021. I'll be honest.
2021 was like a
it's
really
kind of a
big
blur
fog for me.
2022 was a blur. I'm
And
hoping
2020.
I can
whatever
see clearly
fog,
now.
whatever
Yeah.
fog
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in 2020. I hope I remember it,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to enjoy it.
what, 2023?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2023 already told me, no, that's nothing but enjoyment.
Like I
for
want
me.
to enjoy 2023.
Yeah.
I want it to be like a really, really good year. I want it to be a good year for me. I want it to be a good year for my family, for my friends. I just like feel it.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Yeah.
keep
And
telling
at this
people
point,
that.
At this point, I don't
Feel
even
it.
fuck with even numbers. I'm all about the odd numbers, and I've
No,
realized
facts. No, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Because 2020, you can go to hell too. Listen, I feel that.
Prolific moment there, huh?
Facts.
I don't fuck with the odd numbers. Straight to that.
Since I know everyone's saying like, next year is gonna be that year, what is something that you're gonna leave in 2022? So anything like a person, a behavior, any habits, like
Wouldn't you like to know? I'm just kidding.
Overthinking. I'm actually officially leaving overthinking in 2022.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've actually been
Mhm.
practicing not overthinking and getting out of that.
I want to be more
Mhm.
present.
Yeah. And crazy because it's like not. I feel like we present in the moment, but like present in my life because it's like I feel like I just like Nikki said, everything's a blur for me, and it's just like, bro, like I just be doing these like epic things in my head. I'm just like, it's not epic. It's just like I just don't remember. I don't recall. I don't know. So it's like, damn, like I definitely want to be present for sure. But as far as like people getting, I'm not gonna lie. I'm saying this on the podcast so I can hold myself to it. I think I'm gonna change my number at the top of the year.
oh,
You have your number for a long time too, right?
and me too. You know what the crazy part is? I've had my number since
Middle school.
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And I
changed
think
my
it's
number in
time for me to
college.
change my number, and I'm kind of right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm really, really thinking about it.
Yeah. The thing is, I want to, but I'm just like, I don't know what I'm holding on to. Because I've never done it before. So I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
but it's just like people remember your number, and it's
Mhm.
And it's so hard reaching out to every single person.
It
Exactly.
It is.
To
But
give them
it's
your
like
number.
it's literally now or never. It's like
Yeah.
it's always gonna be a hard time to change it. So it's just
Yeah.
like, bruh.
Because
Yeah.
I changed my number and changed it back.
Michelle,
after
you've
30
changed
days.
it a couple times.
I changed it, but I changed it back.
I feel like Jori's changed her number too.
I've had this
Yeah.
And
number.
maybe in college, you call.
my freshman year of college, I changed my number like 3 times.
Yeah, I remember.
People was being weird. I kept having to
You
change
changed your
it.
number that last year.
I changed my number and I changed it
Changed
back
it back.
immediately like a dummy. Should have left it changed.
Yeah.
For me, what I'm going to leave, I think it's easy for people to make me feel guilty about things I probably shouldn't feel guilty about.
Word.
And I think that it comes down to boundaries. I think that people try to minimize my boundaries sometimes, and I feel like I have to be better at sticking to my boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really what it comes down to. And so that's something that I'm really going to try with this new year is to be better at like standing on my 2 feet and saying like, no, these are my
Yeah.
boundaries.
Ooh, something else. Second guessing myself. I second guess myself a lot, and not even like I don't know. Like sometimes it's also really petty, where it's like it could be the simplest thing, and I'm calling and asking everybody's opinion, like, "Hey, what y'all think? What y'all think?" When deep down, it's like, "Girl, you know what you really want to do. You just, you know what I'm saying."
Mhm.
Definitely second guessing myself, and that's also I think it ties in with just being present with myself. Like you know what I mean. Like now that I've been like self-aware of like the things that I want to change, like just making it a point to change those things and be active with the things that I want to change. But second guessing is definitely at the top of the list.
No,
That was a good one.
I feel that. I guess for me, what I would leave back is I'm very, and this really started this year, and I think, I mean, at some point it is a good thing, but I'm very critical of myself, like in general. But I think I'm just critical of everything. Like I'm one person where it's like I'm always like, it kind of helps because it makes me like intuitive, but it could be my biggest downfall because it's like I'm always like trying to figure out what can I fix, what can I do, and in learning that this year about myself, I feel like I became hypercritical of me being hypercritical. So it was like I just like doubled down on it. So I want to say like in 2023, I just want to give myself a lot more grace, and that's what I really just want to fall into. Just giving myself grace and allowing myself to just, be me without giving a fuck.
Feel that. I think for me in 2023, I just want to take on less in the sense of like life is so fucking short. Like if I just be taking on things or like holding on to things, like little things that don't need to turn into things. And it's like, I just don't have the mental capacity. Like life is too short to be caring about bullshit. Like I'm not gonna let anything bother me or harbor me or carry with me longer than a day. Because when you really think about things, like you be mad about something or you're going through a situation and like life literally goes on. Like you think in that moment, like, oh my gosh. And it's like a week goes by or 5 months go by. And you're like, damn, like I was so distraught by this and look, I'm fucking great. So I think for me, it's just like not taking on those things and just moving on. Like I'm gonna give myself a day, whatever it is. And after that, I'm off to the next thing.
You know, it's crazy you say that. And I feel like I look at that in like a different regard. Do y'all ever feel guilty? Because I feel like I feel like this a lot. It's like I feel guilty because someone will tell me something. I'd be like, dang, like, how did I not know that was going on? You know, how did I not recognize that? Or like, how did I miss that? And I feel like there's just so much going on around you that sometimes like you're not able to keep up with it all. You know what I'm saying? And you feel guilty because you're like, dang, was I not being a better friend? Was I not being a better sister or cousin? Whatever the case may be. Like even in regards to like keeping up with certain people, I'm like, dang, I should have really called that person a really long time ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to combat that. I don't know how to be like in all these places at once. You know, it's hard.
Yeah. But I also feel like that's where, again, grace comes in. Because sometimes it's like maybe you going through your own shit too. Because there'll be a lot of times where like you talk to a friend and the same way you could be like, oh, I didn't know you was going through that. You tell them your life and they be like, oh, I didn't know you was going through that either. But like I feel like as we get older, we have to realize that, bro, everybody's just in it going through their own shit, you know? It's like if you don't hear from somebody, I automatically just assume if I didn't, unless, you know, so you just know someone's a terrible person, which you shouldn't be friends with them anyway. You just have to assume, like, if you didn't hear from somebody, they could be fighting storms, they could be grinding or hustling, and then when you tap in, it should be love. Like, what have you been going through? Okay, you know, I should have checked in earlier, but that person should also know, like, if you didn't check in, it's probably because you had your own stuff going on. You know,
that's true.
But I definitely feel you on sometimes just feeling bad because it is easy, especially when you hear something big, like. Bro, when the fuck did that happen? Or that happened to you? Or damn, like my cousin literally just graduated. Shout out to her. She graduated her MBA, and I literally was like, wait. When were you in school?
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, how the hell did I miss that? Like, that just shows you like how little like I'm like checking in. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, life just happens.
Feel that.
Feel it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I also feel like as women, we need to prioritize ourselves a little bit more. I think that it's easy to kind of just like put yourself on the back burner and worry about like, you know, especially if you have younger siblings, you know, or even if you're like, you may be the head of your household. Whatever it is, I just think that prioritizing yourself could, we could all benefit from doing so. I just think that sometimes, like, you know, I don't know. And I've realized that more recently because I do have a friend is just like, literally, if it's not what she want to do, it's not going to fly. And that used to bother me. But now I'm like, damn, I like that. Like, she does what she wants to do. Like, no matter, you know, how anybody else feels about it. And I'm like, dang, like, I need to adopt more of those habits.
Be more selfish.
So if y'all had to describe y'all's 2022 in one word, what would you say?
Shit show. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was gonna say. Wow, Michelle, no, that was my word. And I was like,
Jinx, I mean,
no, how did you even say that?
I would
because
say
a shit show.
Awakening.
I feel that.
Shit show.
Yeah.
I mean, just
a
tornado.
No words.
No.
A whirlwind.
Yeah, it's just like it was all over the place.
Whirlwind, definitely all over the place.
There's no word for it.
Yeah.
No, literally.
I
There's
think
no
mine
word.
would be
Crazy.
transformative.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Mine was.
I mean, don't get it. But the thing is, like, this year went by so fast, and like, if you would have asked me this a couple weeks ago, I would have been like, 2022 was trash. But then I really had to stop and sit and really think about all the little things that played on behind the scenes outside the stuff that I made a big deal throughout the year. Like, the year was still trash, but at the end of the day, it was transformative. At the like, I'm stepping into
more of a recycle
2023
bin.
like with the mindset that I need to have. You know what I mean? So it was kind of just like, I think, unfortunately, this year went the way it did to make sure 2023 gonna be great for me, but.
No, I definitely feel that because I learned so much about myself this year.
No,
so
yeah,
much
100%.
stuff that I should have learned a long time ago. I'm like, well, how am I just now learning?
Listen.
It? Like, oh my god! Like I remember I literally was hanging out with somebody, and out of nowhere he was like, "Bro, what is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm so angry at you," and I don't even know why, but it's like it's years of anger where I'm just like, I really don't fuck with you. You're a horrible person.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing at his head. I'm like, why did it take me so long? I'm not he's a horrible person, but you know how like as you get to know yourself, you're just like, bro, like I really shouldn't be friends with you if we're really thinking about it. Like,
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. You're not a good friend, which actually stops me from the answer.
So do y'all feel like there was
person.
anything this year that was life changing for you, like life changing to the point where you were like, dang, like I may not make it out of this, or something.
That's a deep question. Though. I don't know if
That I may not make it out of.
That you almost
fighting
didn't
for my
think.
life.
Yeah, you almost didn't think you were gonna like make it.
Yes, for me, yeah.
I wouldn't say not make it out of this life, but something definitely happened that I thought would have never happened.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to keep it vague.
Dang,
Ask
no,
us
it's
off
cool.
the mic, girl.
No, it's cool with keeping it vague.
I don't-
It's cool keeping it vague.
I'll share my experience. So like all of what year? We're 2022. All of 2022, I actually tried to get into the clinical research industry, and things weren't going well. I actually secured a job, shit fell out, and like I literally got into a really weird funk, depression type state. And literally, just in October, I broke into tech. And honestly, I never saw myself being here. I am grateful because honestly, God honestly delivers when you least suspect it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so thankful that I didn't lose faith and hope that things were gonna change. And so I'm really happy where I'm at now. So if you would ask me in January 2022, if I would have thought I'd be where I'm at right now, I would probably tell you, fuck no. But I am, and I thank God, and I'm so grateful. So yeah, So.
Oh, we love a success story.
I know.
We do.
It's crazy that we've even had to go through like these life changing experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why? Why every year?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, like God, I don't need any more lessons. Like
Literally, I am
please,
not
I'm
your
quite the
toughest
scholar.
soldier.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
oh my gosh.
how much do I need to take, God? Like,
Bro, I'm not your strongest soldier. Please get somebody else to do
that's
it.
what I'm telling you. I'm like, God, can I get out of that top 10 list?
Please. get
No
somebody else to
facts
do
at
it.
this point. Teacher's pet over here. No, but okay, I want to get some tea. Who or what had y'all fucked up this year?
Bitches. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that women this year
Oh, they women now. Now they women. They
Women.
was just bitches.
really, really tried me this year. Like
Right.
women I thought that were cool, women that I thought were friends. They tried me to all aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where I'm like, dang, like at 30, am I gonna go back to fighting people? You know? So
Nikki,
It was-
the way you started to the way you
no, but it's true. Like it was really questions that I had because I'm like, like there's two different sides to me. I'm like, like let me just be the bigger person. Let me take the high road. But then it's like, oh, if I see this person and like if I see them in person, like is it on site? Like there's just so many questions that I had. But I really do feel like women and friendships tried me this year, and I don't think it was friendships. Like I realized like I think this year taught me what a friendship truly is. And I realized half these bitches in my life are not friends.
Okay, so because I want you to be, I just want you to be clear so that so you say they tried you, how they tried you? Like they tried your boundaries, or they just
Tried my boundaries, tried to assassinate my character, tried me as a woman, tried me as a person, tried me as a human being, tried me in all aspects of my life, tried me in my past relationship.
Oh, wow.
So it's like there are so many aspects that they have tried me in, and it like has taught me a lot of myself. I don't want to say like I became a bigger person because I don't even know if I did, because I did some things that I never thought I would do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just a different person, but I like women tried me this year.
Yeah,
That's it. It is what it is, and that's the people who tried me the most.
How would you handle it moving forward? Or
I don't know. I want to be woman empowerment, but I don't know if I even can.
Girl. Matter of fact, no. If you can't, just say that.
And
don't fake the fun.
yeah.
And I don't know if I
Like,
can because
it
not
be the women
everyone.
that be faking it.
That's what I'm saying. Like not everyone's
Yeah.
on that same tip, so it's just like I don't even know if I can even be friends with these bitches no more. Like
Period.
What
even
these
nice
bitches
to these
want from
bitches.
a
If you gotta
nigga.
question it, then it's a no.
That's what,
Oh,
and
man.
it
It's a
really
no.
is what it is. Like I'm done.
True. And these were actual friends, or they're just women?
Friends.
Friends, okay.
Friends,
Yeah.
people that were in my life, people that at least know my last name. And I feel like if you know my last name, then like you know enough.
Oh no, that's a word. I'm trying to think who knows my last name. If you
Like,
know my last name,
my
you know
name is
us.
not common. It's
Yeah.
not.
It's not
It's not
common.
James.
That's how I look at it.
You know,
like,
it's
if you know my
not-
last name,
It's not like something that's just
That's
like this
true.
most
Yeah.
common name. So if you really know my last name, if someone can tell you like, oh, this is so and so, and you be like, oh, I know who that is, then you know enough.
You know
I would
enough
say
to know.
niggas. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you.
I would say everybody had me fucked up this year. I'm not even gonna lie.
Damn it, everybody. How did niggas
Mhm.
have you fucked up?
I
I
don't
mean,
even wanna-
are you dating in this climate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
then you should
date?
know.
I mean, isn't that obvious? Like, you don't got to say much. Like, if you
Right.
dated in 2022, that's how the niggas had me fucked up.
I
Like,
think with
How is
Can
dating
you
in
blame?
2022?
But
I
can
didn't
you
even date
blame
like
people?
that.
Like, I'll be honest with y'all. Like, we went from like not being able to see each other for months,
Yeah.
like being locked in our
Mhm.
houses.
Some of us was locked. Some of us was outside. Not us, but
Yeah.
some of y'all.
a lot of men were outside.
Yeah.
I
Some of
mean-
y'all never quarantined.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or took the
not
pandemic
outside,
serious.
though. Like,
Just being able to freely live.
yeah, like some people were like, okay, you might go to like a girl's house, this and that, but like we weren't outside. Like places were shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do think that going to 2022 and people were able to like really live their life. You know what I'm saying? Like really fully live their life this time. I don't know. It's just like I don't know who to blame.
You can blame these niggas. You don't have no excuse for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You can blame them. No, I mean,
I think with men, like my issue with them, because remember I said everybody had me fucked up, so I'll start with men. Just not taking accountability for shit and not like sticking to your words or just being a man about your word. That's one thing I really feel like I'm like honing in on. Like I really am like I really listen to words and actions, right? Your actions need to match your words, right? And your words should match your actions. And I feel like a lot of men this year, it's just I know you're watching this and fuck you, and it's that forever. So, and that's where I'm at. 2023 is about to be amazing because ain't none of them coming in that year. So, Men in Black Lights,
No.
honestly, on December 31st.
I didn't really
Like,
date this year, so I really don't.
mhm.
do
No, I
that.
didn't really either. It's just like you
Yeah,
know,
I didn't
loose
really
ends.
either.
Like you know,
I
I'm,
was
talking,
trying
I'm
to,
talking about
like-
the people that you know we had to cut things off and sever ties. Like,
But it's crazy because like
mhm.
when I think of January, the shit I was going through in January and
Mhm.
February, I'm like, that was this year.
Yeah.
Like this year
Oh my
seems
gosh.
so like it seemed like it was so long ago.
Yeah, but
But this year I also feel like it's sped by. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of just like, and I think that's another thing too, is like the older I get, I realize like the concept of time. Like,
time.
I don't have time to waste. Like
Nope.
I
No.
guess another thing that I would have to say that I'm really gonna make sure I stand 10 toes down on in 2023 is like once I shut the door, it's shut.
It's
I be
shut.
trying to go back and creep it open and it's
No,
like, no,
close
girl.
it.
Once it's closed and
The
you say
door
close
The
is
because
chapter's
closed.
over.
I definitely
But-
feel like I wasted a lot of time this year, like going back and opening up doors that I
Yeah.
had already closed. It's like once you've already had that inkling to not fuck with somebody no more, like you already had that feeling. Like,
Mhm.
what are you going back to double check
Well,
for?
Yeah.
what if the other person closed the door and they opened it back up to you? Would you then choose to go through that door again?
The door is closed.
I usually do the closing, so I can't.
Period.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
That's the reverse question. Would you go
Um,
back through that door?
It depends. More than likely, it wouldn't work though.
The door.
But I'm not gonna lie.
What
in
did he
20
close it for on me?
It's
it
not
makes
just a
sense.
he.
I mean,
Maybe-
okay,
it might
well-
be a she. It might be like, it might be a friendship. It might be a lot of things.
I guess you know what. I would say maybe in a sense because like maybe I can kind of say someone closed the door on me because I was kind of playing games and stuff like that. Came back, okay, like let me see what type of time you on. So I kind of was like, okay, cool. But it was like sometimes it's like I just played games again. So it's kind of just like I should have just left you where you was. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be open to it, I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. In
But not next year.
2023, if you close the door, I'm locking it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing away that key.
on that.
You will
I'm
never hear from
taking
But
me
I'm not
again.
gonna lie, that's
Mhm.
never really been a problem for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really don't double back. Like once it's done, it's done. Which I said it
Yeah.
before. Like,
No.
once it's
Like,
done, it's
but
done.
actually sticking to being
I have a
done.
problem with
Yeah.
doubling back.
No, I
Yeah,
do.
no, I do
Because the
too.
It's
streets.
yeah, the streets is ghetto.
The
and
familiarity
you know,
just-
comfort.
no,
be
the streets
comfortable.
is very ghetto.
Like so, but I don't feel like that comfort is worth the drama that comes.
Yeah,
with
sometimes
it.
you have to get
Yeah.
uncomfortable to get in something
because it ends
else.
up
Like,
becoming
yes.
uncomfortable. Like that
Yeah.
comfortableness turns into uncomfortable
There
because
was-
they be acting. However,
There was a I think Big Sean said, I think it was a Big Sean and a Bryson Tiller song, but he said, if y'all know the lyric, please correct me, but it said something like you have to break your heart in order to like break your soul. But like to break the cycle of your soul, like the cycle of repeated habits and stuff. I need to find that lyric, but I just heard it earlier.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's kind of like what I said last episode. You have to actually like allow yourself to like feel that pain
and
to
go through, because once you
learn,
come out on the other
reflect.
side,
You know what I'm saying?
and that's me. I'm on the other side now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm excited to go into 2023.
Yeah.
Like I done went through the shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'd have been there before, and I'm not even trying to sit
Absolutely.
up here and act like I'm high and mighty. And I just, no, I've been through this shit, and now I'm on the other side. So that's why I'm like, oh, this is a dangerous game. It's only gonna get better from here.
No,
So
that's
if you could go back and do it all over again, would you do 2022
No.
again?
Sorry.
Get somebody else to do it.
No.
Facts. I don't think I
No.
would.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Maybe I'll
Why?
do the first 6 months.
I'm
Why?
okay.
Last 6 months, like Crystal said, get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, get somebody else to do it. Maybe the first 6 months too.
Mm-mm.
I'll even say that the first 6 months, and that's me not even remembering the first 3 months. So maybe the first 6 months.
No.
I don't know. I think for me, I probably would.
A shit show. Wow.
And I only say because
But that's why I love tomorrow.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't want to even like be like so cliche and be like it built character, but like it built me into a different person.
No, yeah, 100%.
No, that's true.
100%.
Sure.
And if I didn't have year 2022 to build me into like a different mindset, into a different person, into like different boundaries, I don't know if 2023 would be as good as I know it's gonna be.
But yeah, you ain't got to relive 2022.
That's
You
what
just
I
got to
said,
step
like,
into
I don't-
2023
But
already.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't want. There's
But
certain things I don't
if
need to
you-
relive.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think that's why, like, when we all said like we feel it, like 2023 is that year, because I feel like we all probably went through something that shaped us to go into 2023. I don't gotta relive 2022 because what would I change? Like, I think I needed to, I unfortunately, needed to learn the shit that happened to me throughout the year to make sure that 2023 is different. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to relive
Absolutely.
it because there was a lot of ups and downs. It was a horrible year, but it had some highlights. You know,
Yeah.
every other month had like a highlight in it. So,
Aw.
are y'all gonna leave any of these gossip sites next year?
What you mean?
Yeah,
leave it?
like as in like y'all gonna be still tapping into the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk.
So I
I
actually
actually don't
unlock-
follow any of them.
So I
I
actually
don't
I
either.
unfollowed everybody in like
Actually, I do follow
2019.
Neighborhood Talk.
Yes, same.
So probably about 2019, I think I unfollowed every like gossip site. And for me personally, the only way I really see them is through our Instagram. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
That's literally.
Yeah. And just to like go like read it, because at the end of the day, like these gossip sites, they do keep up with the current events.
and
So
yeah,
with us being a podcast, we got to keep up with current events. But other than that, no, I really don't try to keep up with too many gossip sites.
yeah.
Yeah, I lied. I only follow Neighborhood Talk, and like I follow like Nigerian blog stuff, like because those are interesting to me. But other than that, I don't keep up with Shade Room. I haven't even been on Shade Room in a long
I haven't been
time.
on. Yeah, I've been
Like-
on the blog.
And
But
if
you
you
know
think
what?
about it,
They
a lot
were the
of people are-
original.
A lot of people are bought, so it's like they be biased on on a lot of the shit they be posting anyways. So.
I mean,
For sure. I feel like that everyone all posts the same thing. It's like recycled. Like
yes.
everyone.
So I
my
like people who
God.
like. Okay, so the reason
Everything.
why I feel like there's one every time I log into the
Spiritual
pod. No, every time I log into
Gossip.
the podcast page, I see it.
Gotham in the City.
No, they post reality stuff.
Oh my gosh.
OMG,
OMG.
Yeah,
OMG
it's like, and it's like
reality,
even if I
yeah.
don't know the show, it's always interesting because it's like
Interesting,
nobody
yeah.
else is posting. Like it's
Yeah.
like, dang, like what is
Mhm.
this? It always makes me want
I'm
to tap
always
in.
sending that page to people.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my! I don't want to take the topic left, but
Go.
That's good.
no, I was going to ask about Krishan and
Uh,
Blueface.
why?
Are we leaving them
But-
in 2022? I hope so.
Please.
I'm gonna watch their show. Actually,
No,
I'm not.
No.
I am.
I'm not supporting them.
I'm a
I'll be honest with
Krishan
you.
fan.
It's so crazy.
And
'cause I had
Blueface,
this
baby.
conversation with somebody, and we were talking about like SZA's album, and we were talking about how like SZA's in this like she needs a man. She needs a
Is
man's
she?
like validity. She needs like this. But we were talking about it. I told her, I was like, toxic sells. Like and then like sex sells, toxicity sells. And I feel like we have normalized toxicity to like a whole different level. And
Mhm.
Krishan and Blueface are up there. It's like we know that they are in a physically abusive relationship. We know that they're in a mentally abusive relationship, and we still like praise them and we still post them. And I think it's just weird at this point. So no, for me, they're not going into any
Mhm.
2023 with me.
Reason why I said I'm a Krishan fan because I watched her on another show. Before this show that they have out, I watched on another show, and actually, like, I think when she's not around her boyfriend, she's actually like a
likable
cool person. You know what I mean? Like she actually has a likable character, but unfortunately, she does have a rough, other side. But I mean, to go back to the toxicity, I will say that one thing about me that I'm gonna like really try to practice in 2023 is not listening to so much toxic music and all that stuff. I really like it's a lot. Like
I mean,
all that it's just a lot.
I kind of wanted to actually talk about this.
How do y'all feel about SZA's album?
Okay, so I think I liked it. I listened to it through and through. I think it's a good album. She got a lot of slack for this album because a lot of people were saying that, you know, she needs a man, she's acting dumb behind a man, it's toxic. I'm just not in that place, which it just takes me back to the same thing people were saying about Summer Walker when Summer Walker put out an album. Like when have we ever had to relate to just like the music? That's one. Like we never, like when Beyonce was talking about her husband cheating, we can't relate to that. But that Lemonade album was good. I just feel like when it comes to women, especially women in R&B, like they're held to the standard of like we have to be the one for a correction. We have to be the one. We have to be the example. Like why? Like nobody ever judges them other people when they're talking about, you know, things that we cannot relate to. We cannot relate. We sit here talking about YSL. What about gang do we know? Nothing. So that's what I'm saying.
YSL's not a gang.
Oh yeah, sorry. YSL's not a gang.
The purse guys. I didn't know you was affiliated.
The purse, yeah, no, the brand guys. But no, it just is like why does black women have to be the change? Why does black women have to be the mold? Why does black women have to be the shift in this culture when it's just like if you don't like it, just say that. But again, it's like for years we've put out music that people cannot relate to, but it's still enjoyable. I don't get it. Like
so for
I don't
me
understand.
Personally, and I will say this, I don't think that you have to relate to everybody. I think that everyone has like their season in their life for you when it comes to music as well. You know, and for me personally, I have never looked at Summer Walker or SZA as like this independent black empowerment woman. I think that they think about what they're going through in their life, and that's okay. Because for me, when I was going through a breakup, you best believe Unloyal, Summer Walker, oh, that was my song. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just all depends on like the season for me. So for me, I like SZA's album, but I can understand when people are looking for music they can relate to, why they don't want to listen to SZA.
I mean, that's fine, but it's just the slack behind her. It's a stretch.
I feel like a lot of that is a stretch because it's just like so many people came out like I can't, and that's fine, but that doesn't discredit that her album is good. Like, and I know, and don't let it come from me, but I know a lot of people kept talking real down on shit, I can't think of the name of the song, but the song where she called herself a loser, and people like, I can't believe she called herself a loser, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, if you really listen to the lyrics and what she said, and I have no shame in it, I definitely was a fucking loser behind a nigga before. He had me acting fucking dumb, and I was a loser. And am I a loser now? No, but I can relate to that. Am I going through it now? So it's like the fact that people are just so above, oh, I'm healed, I'm not in that space. Even if you can't relate, like, y'all mad that she called herself a loser, like, I know what that feels like. So to me, to be like, oh, I don't fuck with the album because she called herself a loser. If you don't relate, let it fly. Because I listen to a lot of music that I can't relate to. But sometimes you just, it's R&B. Like sometimes you just get into the emotion, even if you haven't personally dealt with it. So to me, it's kind of just like, I feel like, and actually, I wanted to bring it up earlier in current events, but her album actually, every song hit the top charts. Her and Taylor Swift are the only people to ever have done that for their entire album, all tracks to chart. So it's just like, shout out to her. Album is #1 right now. So it's like all this shame and people. She finally spoke out today about it. Like, y'all are mad. She's like, the entire album isn't about being a sad girl. She has conceded. She has hella songs in there where she's like
talking her shit, like in her bag. That's why I'm just like, why is everybody focusing on that one song where she called herself a loser? There's literally when I say she's in her bag, like she talked her shit on multiple songs. She has a couple sad songs.
But if she wants to be a sad girl, that's also okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's fine.
But I think the point is like she was trying to make when she finally addressed it was like, every song isn't sad. She was like, so the fact that y'all reduced my entire album talking about y'all are healed and y'all can't relate. She literally named 6 songs that were not sad songs. So it's kind of just like, but I wouldn't address shit because I'm #1. Fuck y'all.
Mean, but at the same time, it's like if a majority of your fans or majority of the people listening to it are getting that from it, then maybe that is what she portrayed.
Are they her fans? If they're
even for fans, like I feel like.
But we also have to remember. Her last album was in 2017. Yeah. So I feel like the expectations of what they wanted from her, like she literally had some. When I first listened to it, I was like, what the fuck is this? She has a very range of songs in there where it's kind of just like, it's not your typical R&B song. So I think it's the same thing when Drake dropped that one album. Everyone was like, it sucks. And everyone was listening to Sticky and all, Text Go Green. It's just like, people love to hate shit. And then when time passes, they're vibing.
I mean, I don't think they're reducing it to oh, she's I just think that they picked one song and they ran with what the media is saying, and then they kind of took it and run with it. Again, there's a lot of songs on there where she's not talking about a man, like, or she's not talking about a relationship.
There's a lot of her album's good, but they're not $300 ticket.
Oh, I
So
agree.
if you mad about the ticket prices, just say that.
Oh, I'm mad about the
agree
ticket
there.
prices.
No,
I'm sorry. When I went to go buy pre-sale and they were popping up at $400 or $500,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
too.
not.
I'm
I'm
not
not
doing
paying
that.
Ticketmaster did they big one with that one.
No,
was like, yeah.
sorry, SZA. I won't be there. Maybe if I can catch a resale cheap.
Yeah, but I'm not doing
But no.
$300 for SZA. Sorry, and this album.
Yeah.
Not in this album. Yeah, I'm gonna just. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I haven't really been feeling R&B songs like that.
Are you a trap girl now?
Anyway, no, not. I don't even think I'm like a. I'm more like, I'm not gonna lie. I listen to Afrobeats all the time.
Yeah,
I do.
It's really Afrobeats and R&B.
Yeah,
for me.
even when you say like songs you can relate to, I'm not gonna lie. I'm that girl. I'm the girl that didn't listen to Summer Walker because I'm just not in a place to really just be listening to a song about like. I am that person who listens to songs I can relate to. So if I'm not really feeling lovey-dovey, I'm not going to listen to a love song. If I don't want to think about love when I listen to songs about love, I think about people or think back to a time. If I don't feel like being in that mood, I'm not going to listen to love song. I'm not going to listen to R&B. I like Afrobeats because it just reminds me of like my culture and things and that. And it makes me feel like I'm at a party.
That's literally all
and
I
that's the
listen to.
mindset that I want to be at. So right now I'm just not really feeling
And
R&B.
that's what I meant when I said like just not listen. Like, you know, I don't get me y'all. I love rap music, but sometimes it's like, dang, like where I'm like heading, I need to get in a space where it's just like I'm only like processing like positive, good things. And like right now, I don't think I'm just in a space for like toxic music constantly in my ear. I feel like that's something about me, my music choice. I was always listening to like hood music, killing and shooting people. Like I don't do that shit.
Oh yeah, that's
like
that's not
no
me
fucking
no more.
like, and you have to really think when you do self reflections. Like dang, like. Why am I processing this type of music and information daily?
You start
like,
speeding out of nowhere. You're like, I almost had an
for
accident.
what?
Like,
Like,
Your foot really
No.
does go on the pedal. I agree.
and it's
No,
okay.
yeah.
Like I'm not sitting here and shaming people. What you want to do, what you want to do. I'm just talking about my walk and what I want to do. So it wasn't geared towards SZA's album.
yeah, I haven't
like,
even heard that. I listen to
her
Kill
album's
Bill.
okay to me. Like I don't really have like a review for it.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not a trap girl no more. Like when I was going back and looking at like my top listened songs, Untitled, it was mostly R&B. So this is gonna be my last question. We're gonna wrap it up. What would you say is your favorite song of the year? What did you have on repeat? Or what got you the livest when you was outside? How about
Last,
that?
last.
Anything.
Last.
Dang, last was a banger. I'm not
Burn
gonna lay
Boy.
Palazzo was
Palazzo.
Palazzo was a banger.
Yes!
Palazzo was a banger. But okay, no, let me
That's hard for me to
Okay,
say because
that is hard.
I fixate on like one song.
Yeah.
Like, each month.
I gotta
So,
go through my phone.
If I was to say like last month, technically, because not a lot of new stuff came out in December. I love Her Loss. Okay, I love it. I feel like my
Really?
favorite. I love it. Treacherous
album?
Twins, like
Wow.
yeah,
You like who?
Treacherous Twins.
Drake's
Okay.
last album.
I love it. What
I'm glad somebody did.
when
Someone had to play
when
it.
my because Tidal sends me at the end of every month like my top listen songs. Like I listened to that album. Like I had like 500 streams. That's
wow.
how much I listened to that album last month.
It's
So.
crazy because I feel like I forgot what song came on. I think it was what's that song, Rich Flex or whatever that song is.
I like that song.
21.
And I literally was
Can you
thinking,
do
I was
something
like,
for me?
why does Drake have a
Can
song
you-
with 21 Savage?
I mean,
He has a whole
not a
album.
song. I said, why does he have an album with 20? That was the
But
most
21 is-
randomest thing of
but
21 is
2022.
so
it's not
lit.
random. I think
not
that
random
he
at all
has
for them.
hella features before the
21
album
has
with
featured
21.
on where
Yeah.
like 21
And I'm
eight.
not gonna lie, all his songs with 21 are good.
They did not need an album together.
I'll
but
have
everyone
to kind of
always-
agree.
but no, but the
Future
thing
was
is,
right
Maybe
there.
an EP, maybe like a little small little like
No,
without a
but-
warning.
Y'all are saying that-
21.
But every time, like Drake's last album, the one with the people, the pregnant girls in
yeah.
the front, everyone's favorite. Well, not it wasn't
Was it
mine,
Jimmy?
but a lot of people, yeah, everyone said that was their favorite song.
That
So
is
it's
my
like every
favorite song.
time
Jimmy
Drake,
Crooks.
every
It
time
was the
Drake
only
has a
song that wasn't
feature,
house. It was
Yeah.
Every
default.
time Drake
which
goes
that was
with
the
yeah.
introduction into
the song
Her
always,
Loss.
not always, but a lot of times the song charts.
I feel like-
His music with 21.
So you feel like those songs weren't songs that were left off Her Loss? He just threw it on there.
What do you mean?
That's what I feel.
Some of them, like some
His
of them,
last album.
some of them you could tell these were for Drake
talking about
only.
the-
Like
the
Jumbotron shit popping.
Love it.
What is the one that?
not listen. Y'all are
You're
naming
mixing
songs.
Yeah,
No, no,
she-
no. I'm saying,
love
okay,
it.
when you think of Her Loss, the album before
funny.
Her Loss,
The one like the
Certified
the
Lover
dance-
Girl.
Certified Lover Girl. Is that what it was?
No, he had that
No,
one
remember
random
that-
album with
It's in between. The House album.
Okay, what about it?
Isn't that
There were songs on there. Do you don't feel like the songs with 21 Savage were supposed to be on Her Loss?
No, it's only one song.
You don't think that's supposed to be on
Jimmy
Her Loss?
Crooks?
No.
I feel like he just left it off.
Honestly, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what
I
it
don't
is.
think-
Because the songs of Her Loss aren't
No,
Jimmy Crooks was the last song on Honestly
Certified
Nevermind.
Lover
And it
Boy.
sounds like it belongs on that album.
No,
It-
I think
It doesn't to me.
It
Jimmy
doesn't.
Crooks
No,
could have went on her loss.
That's
but,
what I'm
but
saying.
everything else couldn't have.
Oh,
No,
Knife Talk.
no.
I'm
Knife
saying-
Talk was from the other album.
No, I'm
Certified
saying
Lover
that
Boy.
song I feel like was supposed to be on her loss, and he just put
Jimmy
it on there because he
Crooks?
was like, whatever.
Oh, I feel
I
like
think he
that
was-
was their way of letting us know the album's coming.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
But-
I think it was good placement to let us
don't
know that
know.
they were
Yeah,
coming
I
out
don't
with
know.
like a collab album.
You know what?
Anyways,
though?
we want to know y'all's favorite song.
Yeah, true. But I can't. The whole year is a blur. But for now, right now, something that always gets me is Tomorrow featuring Cardi. When I say Cardi ate that,
Yeah, she did.
Cardi,
Riding with my
whoever-
twin of them,
And we all look good as fuck.
She said she my out, but I don't know. I had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can't help it, bitch. I'm hood as fuck. I'm like, dang,
Bro, no,
that's Cardi.
she ate that verse.
Her
I'm not
writer
gonna
ate
lie.
that verse.
Her
Yeah.
writer ate
Cardi.
that
Yeah.
verse, and she delivered.
Ooh,
It was a
Cardi
great-
delivered.
It was a great verse.
It's just my perfect on
It
your
was a great
nigga.
verse, but there were other verses out
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, what's yours?
I just got my hair did. That's your favorite.
Oh no, JC ate that verse too.
JT ate that
JC ate
verse.
all her verses this
Yeah.
year. JC ate all her verses.
F- needs to go solo.
F-R-E-E.
Hold on, stop the beat. I'm a motherfucking city girl. Ain't shit free about me. I said
No,
sweet.
she ate her verse.
Ooh, learn the words,
JT.
learn the
You know,
words.
what did you say? Her said something verse? Was that? What you just
No,
reference?
it was
her said something fucking verse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Said some remix. Yeah,
Yeah, she ate. When I say JC ate all her verses
Hold
this
on,
year.
I want to hear it. No, she ate every. You
Yep.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
JT
Yeah.
ate all her
Fuck,
verses.
nigga, I
She
don't
really
wanna
did.
hear it.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
no,
So
low-key,
we're
I'm
gonna
Switching the gears.
go ahead and wrap up this episode. Michelle, you want to take us out?
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that was the outro. Yikes. Sorry. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our last episode of the year. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for 26,000 followers on Instagram. How many followers on TikTok? Continue to like and subscribe us here on YouTube. In fact, feel free to comment down your favorite song of the year. And yeah, Michelle signing out. Until next year.
Oh.
And we cannot wait to announce our giveaway winner. So make sure you're staying tuned in. By the time this episode drops, you'll still have time. You will still have
Yeah.
time to enter. So please make sure you enter. We are announcing our winner on December 23rd. So we're really excited. Thank you so much for all the support for this past year. I feel like this year was like up. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I said that this year was a shit show, but for the podcast, it was excellent. And maybe that's not even the right word. Like, it was amazing. But yeah, so thank you so much for supporting us and being with us and listening to us bi-weekly. It's your girl, Just Nick, checking out.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Amakalette signing out. Holla.
Bye, y'all. Thank you for everything. It's your girl, Crystal, a.k.a. Champagne Chris, signing out. Peace.
I'm so excited because
Y'all
y'all,
even say subscribe and all that stuff.
they say the best for last. And this is the last episode of the year. So it's your girl, Joy Elliott, signing out.